has done is he's kind of readopted that rugged defensive first style of basketball that Cincinnati likes to play.
I was going to say the results aren't the same as in the glory days of Bob Huggins, but the style is getting close to the same. They're physical. They're going to pound the glass. They're going to defend the daylights out of you. They play fast. They don't play slow. They will get up and down the floor. So Louisville's not going to have to force them to play a tempo, but they're going to have to match their physicality. That's going to be a big factor.
Yeah, they're not going to light it up shooting the basketball, or at least they haven't so far this season, although certainly some capable players and shooters, especially Kirk Ariza, hasn't shot the basketball well this season, but he's a guy who usually is better than what he shot at 26% from beyond the arc this season. Cardinal Spotlight, more to come here. Louisville and Cincinnati tipping off at 6:30. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
Louisville was founded in 1798, and we've been ruffling feathers ever since. Introducing 1798 Blonde Ale from Goodwood Brewing, the official craft beer of University of Louisville Athletics, and the unofficial beer of yelling, "That was a foul!" from your couch. Bold, crisp, and just spicy enough to make your rival's fight song sound like a lullaby. If the feathers ain't flying, you ain't trying. Goodwood Brewing, ruffling feathers since 1798. Brewed to bring the heat and the winds.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Pro Rehab Physical Therapy can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across Kentuckiana, contact Pro Rehab Physical Therapy today at ProRehab.com to see a physical therapist. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, a proud partner of the Louisville Cardinals and trusted choice for keeping Card fans in the game.
Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Paid with funds to the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Take a look at our starting lineups for Cincinnati and Louisville, brought to you by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring. On the side of your Cardinals, Michael Brown Jr., the freshman point guard, averaging 19 points a contest and 7 assists. He's in there. Ryan Conwell alongside him in the backcourt. He played at Xavier for a season here in Cincinnati a year ago. He's averaging 19 points a contest. Isaac McNeely is coming off his best shooting performance, 4 threes against Ohio. Sananda Frew, also one of his better games against the Bobcats, had a season-best 14 points. And then rounding out the starters for the Cards, Javon Hadley making his third start of the season. On the side of Cincinnati and Wes Miller's Bearcats, Day Thomas, a 6'1" graduate student point guard out of Kilgore College, averaging 14 points a game. Sean Abayev, a McDonald's All-American freshman who they really like, can really light up the scoreboard. He's starting. Kirk Ariza, who I've mentioned, their leading assister with 5 a game on the season. He's in the starting lineup alongside the two bigs, Baba Miller and Mustafa Cham. Miller's averaging a double-double through the first 4 games of the season, and Cham averaging over 2 blocks. More Cardinal Spotlight with Bob Ivano coming up. This is Louisville Cardinals basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Shane Hoffman with the Neil Huffman Auto Group. And if you are looking to sell your vehicle, we can make it fast and easy. We will buy any model, any make, and any year. You can visit us online today at HuffmanBuysIt.com. Huffman has it.
Cards fans, here's the play call for the perfect tailgate. Head to Liquor Barn and stock up for the game. Right now, save $10 on your purchase of $75 or more with code CARDS10. From bourbon to beer, Liquor Barn has everything you need to win the tailgate. Before you raise your L's up, raise a glass with us. Use code CARDS10 and save $10. Only at Liquor Barn. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate. Please drink responsibly.
For more than 40 years, Nazareth Home has cared for Louisville families with compassion and trust. Now that same care comes home with Nazareth at Home. Whether you're recovering from surgery or need long-term support, our experienced caregivers provide personalized in-home services, helping you age gracefully and live fully right where you're most comfortable. Because when home is where your heart is, Nazareth at Home helps keep it that way.
Call 502-317-2079 or visit nazhome.org to learn more.
Nazareth at Home. Compassionate care delivered where you belong.
Right now, your equity is just lounging around while you juggle credit card bills, half-finished projects, and that bathroom that hasn't seen an update since 1997. Here's the good news. Stockton Mortgage can help you explore how to put that idle equity to work for you. Now, that can mean access to cash. You could use that cash to finally knock out that renovation or just breathe a little easier in life. You know what? Stockton Mortgage can fix that for you. So get started today at Stockton.com to see what's possible. Stockton Mortgage, NMLS 8259, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, Shane Huffman with the Neil Huffman Automotive Group, where we currently have a huge selection of both new and pre-owned vehicles, all with amazing prices. You can shop us online today at neilhuffman.com. Huffman has it.
Oh, wow.
Back here at Heritage Bank Center, nearing tip-off between the Bearcats and the Cardinals. Bob, long-standing rivalry between Cincinnati and Louisville. This is actually the 101st meeting. And I said it earlier, they have played over 100 times. This is actually, I think, the second time that they've met as non-conference opponents. In the first was that game in Maui in 2022, a couple years ago, a double-digit victory for Cincinnati. But I mean, you got any memories or favorite moments or games? I think the DeJuan Wheat one is up there for a lot of people in this rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they were in the Metro Conference together. They were in the Big East together. They just chased each other around for a while, Conference USA. But, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. When Rick and Huggy Bear were in the league at the same time, that was two of the most flamboyant and dynamic, you know, hair trigger coaches. They were both, oh my goodness. The first game, our broadcast location used to be next to the opponent's bench. And I had never done a Cincinnati game before. And so Huggins is like kneeling in front of us. He complained. I believe Huggy has got a heart of gold. He's treated me great all the years. I like him very much. But I have never seen a guy complain about every call. You could have had a guy on his team take the ball under his arm and run with it, and the referee's called travel, and he still would have thrown his hands over his head and screamed, "What kind of call is that?" with some colorful language, shall we say. So it was very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, it should be a fun night of college basketball between these two programs. We were just talking about how Wes Miller, although he hasn't gotten Cincinnati to the NCAA tournament, he has readopted that rugged style of basketball they like to play in this city. Bearcats coming in 4-0 with a record, and Louisville 4-0 as well. Last season, 19-16 record for Cincinnati, and Louisville, on the other hand, obviously 27-8 getting to the NCAA tournament. And not a lot of people know this in terms of the relationship, Bob, between Pat Kelsey and Wes Miller. But when Pat Kelsey was at Wake Forest, he actually recruited Wes Miller when I think he was at James Madison, and he ended up transferring to North Carolina. But Pat Kelsey, a guy who's known Wes Miller for quite some time.
He was talking about that, and fans don't like to hear that sometimes, but because they don't like to hear that.
But the coaching fraternity.
Yeah, but he was kind of lamenting, because it's so true how different it's gotten. Because back in the day, and I hate to be that guy, but it's so true, the coaches really, even though they were, like as Kelsey puts it, you'd work your brains out to claw the other guy's eyeballs out, but then off the court, you looked forward to visiting with them. The example he gave, which I thought was great, was you got to remember Skip, Prosser was at Xavier, and Huggy was here in Cincinnati, and the fact of the matter is they couldn't have been more bitter rivals. And yet, when Skip was down at Wake Forest and Huggy was at West Virginia, and he had the heart attack, Skip flew up to West Virginia to visit him in the hospital. That's the kind of camaraderie, community there used to be with coaches. And frankly, I like that. I wish it were like that again.
It's an interesting web, the one of college basketball coaching. And now Pat Kelsey, Wes Miller, they're basically at the pinnacle of it at two high major programs with high expectations. And tonight we're going to have a high-level college basketball matchup between Louisville and Cincinnati. Lots of red and black in here. We don't really know, I guess, the ratio in terms of who is going to be cheering for who yet. But I think in the first few minutes we're going to find out.
Yeah, it looks like it's just an inter-squad scrimmage based on the color coordination. Everybody's in red and black all over the building.
But Louisville just making the pretty short hour, 40-minute bus trip up here to Cincinnati yesterday, and I think they're calling it the CareSource Hoops Classic. And I mentioned this earlier, but Cincinnati will return the favor by coming to Louisville next season, although that game won't be played at the Yum Center, but it'll be played at Freedom Hall.
Well, that's, semi-neutral sites for these two games, so that's kind of fair. I like that. Have these two teams in Freedom Hall will really be nostalgic. I mean, it's not so much nostalgia in this building, but to go in Freedom Hall, God, they had some unbelievable matchups in that building, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, it should be a blast, and tonight should be as well. Louisville and Cincinnati, they're getting ready for tip-off. We're going to have introductions, starters when we come back. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check with your wife first, before hanging your framed jerseys in the living room.
So what do you think?
Wow, all of your sports jerseys in the living room now.
Cool, right?
Did you try the basement?
What?
Let's try the basement.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Thinking about digging, planting a tree, putting up a fence? Hold that shovel. Before you break ground, head to Kentucky811.org or call 811. It's quick, it's free, and yep, it's the law. Submit your request online or call before you dig. Member utility pros will mark where the underground lines are. Don't risk the injury, service outages, penalties, or costly repairs. Safety is in your hands. 811 before you dig. Sponsored by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
At U of L Health Heart Hospital, our world-class network of innovative experts can heal your heart, revive it, protect your heart, and even replace it. Our academic research and groundbreaking discoveries are truly life-changing because we want you to keep following your heart wherever it leads. Here, your heart is in the right place. That's the power of you. Visit uoflhealth.org.
Echoing from the Ville and all throughout the great state of Kentucky.
Lobs it up, it's caught and slammed through.
It's time.
Backs up for a three. Good, and he hit the floor.
For Louisville.
Here goes Hadley, avoids the defender, flying dunk.
Cardinal.
Wide open three, yes.
Basketball.
No way.
The revival is here.
Hadley got it, throws a long pass to Roos, throw down, oh! Has to shoot a three, he does. Hits it! Oh my goodness!
Get there, get loud.
Shoots a three. There's number 10!
That's ridiculous. It's going to be a show.
Put up ahead at the buzzer, and Louisville wins!
Go Cards! On the Louisville Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield, Louisville Cardinals basketball is on the air, presented by U of L Health. It's game time. Let's go courtside. Here's the Hall of Fame voice of the Cardinals, Paul Rogers.
Good evening and welcome into the Heritage Bank Center in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Not Paul Rogers, but William McDermott here tonight alongside Bob Valvano with Cincinnati and 6th-ranked Louisville getting ready to tip it off here inside the Heritage Bank Center. Going through starting lineup introductions and a couple intro videos for both teams. There will be no national anthem tonight due to a video board and clock issue that we had here inside Heritage Bank Center, but let's try to pick up some of this public address feed of starting lineups. Well, we'll try to get that suited for you shortly, but in the meantime, we've already gone over the starters for both teams. On the side of Louisville, Michael Brown Jr., Ryan Conwell, Isaac McNeely, Javon Hadley, and Sananda Frew. Cincinnati's Day Thomas, Sean Abayev, Kirk Reza, Baba Miller, and Mustafa Cham. First high major opponent for Cincinnati this season. On the side of Louisville, it's the second. They already took down Kentucky, an 8-point victory for Louisville just last week. But it is the first time Louisville has been away from home under Pat Kelsey this season. Last year, Louisville was 4-3 on neutral floors and 9-2 on the road, although don't expect much to change here. There should be a lot of Cardinals fans in this building.
They don't play basketball in here much, and so I just got to tell you the truth. They're having all sorts of problems. They just tried to put the video up for Louisville. The minute it ended, all of a sudden there was a Cincinnati Cyclones video starting to play. That's the hockey team that plays here. I thought maybe they were going to get introduced too. I mean, you know, why not? Just keep introducing people. Now they've got Cincinnati playing. We'll see if this one works.
So, yes, the Cincinnati Cyclones, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not the biggest hockey. Is that AHL that they're in the league below?
I think it's the highest level minor league hockey in the country. There's another league, the ECHL, which is way down there, to be honest. But the AHL is like AAA baseball. So,
but boy, I mean, it is loud in here. The acoustics.
It's a loud building.
It is a rocking atmosphere for Cincinnati and Louisville. Cincinnati starters about to get introduced. Our officials tonight are Ron Groover, Rick Crawford, and Chance Moore here inside Heritage Bank Center.
Do you trust a referee's named Chance? That seems a little dicey to me.
I trust anybody they would put on the game. Louisville in their home whites, although these are those Wes Unseld uniforms with the red trim, red lettering, red numbering. Louisville across the chest. Cincinnati on the other side. Black numbers with white outline, black shorts, black jerseys, and Cincy outlined in white across the chest. It is poppin' in here in downtown Cincinnati. It's actually a pretty major sports weekend here in Southern Ohio. That high school football game in the state regional final, or the city regional final across the street at the Paycor Center, or the Paycor Stadium. St. X and Elder, I think that game was sold out, 18,000 tickets plus, so they had to move it to Paycor to play that one.
They sold it out in a half hour, and so they said, you know, Pat was telling me, and I guess he told the assembled media too, that the Bengals actually did a nice thing. When they heard it was sold out, they said, hey, you want to come play in our joint? And they were like, sure, we'll come play there. That's what they did. A little bit better weather in here, I think, than outside, though. It was pretty nasty when we came in. It was foggy and chilly and everything else.
And Pat Kelsey, actually a graduate of Elder High School, and Kobe Rogers on Louisville side is a graduate of St. X.
Yes.
So we'll have to keep them posted on the score there across the street. Not quite sure what time that kickoff is. Starting lineup introductions are over, and we're just about ready to go. 5 on the floor for Louisville and Cincinnati. Cards want to run, so do the Bearcats. Cincinnati has struggled to shoot the basketball so far this season, and Louisville obviously has not. Cards over 36% from beyond the arc, and the Bearcats under 30% from beyond the arc.
Louisville trivia to start. Mikhail Brown and Ryan Conwell have exactly the same number of points on the season. They're both averaging exactly 19 points a game.
Leading scorer on the side of Cincinnati is Baba Miller, 16 points a game and averaging a double-double with over 10 rebounds. He's had 3 double-doubles in 4 games to start this season. He will meet with Frew for the center tip, and we're ready to go. The officials, Ron Gruber, Rick Crawford, and Chance Moore, get us started. Is tapped back and actually won by Cincinnati, but Hadley's able to corral it. McNeely will toss it over to Brown, and Cardinals will start with the game's first possession. Here's Frew, top left side, over to Hadley straight away, hands it off Brown. Lob up top for Frew on the left side, and out of bounds, turnover.
Set play, they tried to run that back screen and lob it to Frew, but we talk about this team, Cincinnati team's good defensively.
17.8 forced turnovers a game on the season for Cincinnati. Bearcats in black, 0-0 score. First possession moving left to right on your radio dial. Here's Abayev, the freshman at the top of the key, and he throws it away. Back-to-back turnovers. That one goes right into the Louisville bench.
Well, you can see they're pretty jacked up. No question about that. So I think those turnovers are both an example of just being a little bit too pumped up.
30 seconds in here between Cincinnati and Louisville, no score. Here's Conwell, deep right side, and McNeely thought about the straightaway 3, now takes it to the left baseline. Frew, top of the key, picks up his dribble, looking for help, 10 on the shot clock, hands it off Hadley, still at the 3-point line straightaway. Now McNeely with 6 to shoot, step back, left arc 3, falls down, he's fouled.
That's an area that will be significant today as well. Louisville, this is an unbelievable number. They make 23 free throws a game. That's absolutely gigantic. Cincinnati's not too shabby there either. They make 19, but 23 is tough to overcome, and they'll get 3 of them right here.
Foul is on the freshman Sean Abayev for Cincinnati. McNeely at the charity stripe. No score, 19 minutes, 2 seconds to play in the first half as the first one he puts it through.
You know what, William, the guy that I'm going to be curious to see when Ali comes in, the way they defend, they extend so far on the wing. Guys can just plant and go to the basket, and he's going to put it in that little window. I think he can have a big game passing the ball against this kind of pressure.
McNeely makes the second. Yeah, sometimes they'll put Khalifa at the top of the key, and they'll just have guys run around and cut off.
Yeah, it's very hard to defend.
All 3 made for McNeely. Still no field goals, but Louisville 3, Cincinnati 0. Teresa across the timeline, guarded tightly by McNeely. Over to the left side, here's Day Thomas, the point guard. Now Chom has it top of the key, puts it on the floor to Abayev. He's off the handoff, now pulls up top of the key 3, off the heel, no good. Conwell, the rebound across the timeline for Louisville. Conwell, 1-on-2 break, a bump and a blocking foul.
Well, they got a break there.
It was Chom who fell to the floor, the 7'2", 250-pounder. A lot of contact underneath, and boy, Conwell, full head of steam.
Yeah, he was plowing. There was no denying. He was going to the crowd.
It's actually Teresa who tried to take the charge, and it'll be Louisville baseline out of bounds. Brown into Frew, free throw line, hands it off Conwell, top of the key, 3-pointer, now gets it on left block. Hadley should have shot it. Now he takes a couple dribbles, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Good defense by Cincinnati.
Yeah, you're right. Well, the minute he caught it, he turned and shot it, he'd had a layup.
Abayev, top right side for the Bearcats. Now Baba Miller, right baseline, double team by Louisville, takes it under the basket. Teresa, left corner 3, too strong. Rebound swatted by Miller into the hands of Louisville's McNeely. 3-0 Cards, 2 minutes in here. Cincinnati and Louisville. Conwell into the lane, spins around, back out to Frew, handoff Brown, hesitation, top right 3, left it short, rebound, fought for, won by the Bearcats. Day Thomas knifing into the lane for Cincy, left side layup good. 3-2 Louisville.
And they are going to run, just like Louisville wants to go. They're going to push it.
Under 18 minutes to play in the first half. Brown takes it up underneath, and he's fouled just coast to coast off the possession. Took it right baseline, and he'll head to the line. So 3 fouls already on Cincinnati. A nice move by Thomas on the other end to get the first points for the Bearcats. It's 3-2 here inside Heritage Bank Center. Free throw good for Brown, averaging over 19 points a game. 6.5 assists a contest for Brown as well, and he's only turned it over 13 times. He's the co-ACC player and rookie of the week last week. 1 of 2 at the line. Second shot's off the heel. 4-2 Louisville with Thomas bringing it coast to coast. Gets by Brown. High layup. That's no good on the right side. Does get it back. Now Krisa top left. Abayev wide open. Top of the key. 3 rolls out. And I think we're going to have a foul on Louisville underneath Brown, I think.
Yeah, it's happening, I think.
Get on Javon Hadley. First team foul for Louisville. It'll be on the floor. 4-2 Cards. 17:26 to go in the first. Krisa will inbound. Krisa, immediately right corner for Abayev, who's guarded by Frew. He just puts it up over top of him and misses. He's shot like 3 threes so far. Offensive rebound is a long one. Thomas corrals it at the top of the circles, and then Chom underneath is open for the wide open layup. Louisville quickly. Conwell, left side 3, no good, left it short. Abayev the rebound for Cincinnati. Abayev. Left side, takes to the left block, turnaround jumper.
Boy,
he leaves it short. He follows his shot, deflects it towards Conwell. Louisville basketball. 4-4, 16:50 to go in the first half.
He's never met a shot he doesn't like, I think.
Woolley, top left 3, maybe some bump. It was way off to the right side. Frew there, the putback, and he couldn't get it to go. Here comes Cincinnati. Krisa underneath to Miller, who's over to Abayev in the right corner, who makes a 3. The first shot is good for Sean Abayev in 5 attempts. Cincinnati 7-4 lead.
I don't think he's passed it yet.
He is not. Through straight away with the dribble. Bounce pass that's deflected, and Chom, good defense at the top of the key. Another turnover for Louisville. Here is Abayev. He's already shot it 5 times. Now Krisa guarded by Conwell. Back to Abayev. Deep left side, guarded by Woolley. Hard hedge from Frew over to Thomas. Left side, Chom on the roll, who floats it in from the left block. 9-4 Cincinnati, under 16 to play in the first half. Brown straight away, top of the key 3, no good, too strong. Hadley, the offensive rebound for Louisville, they'll reset. Brown takes it left side, slip pass to Hadley, left guard. Now Brown to the left corner, drives on Miller baseline. High pass, Hadley grabbed it with one hand at the top of the key. 6 on the shot clock now for Woolley, who falls and is fouled at the free throw line.
Wobbly start for the Cards here.
9-4 Bearcats through the first 4.5 minutes. 14 fouls for Cincinnati. Just like the Cards, Tom Drexler, plumbing, air, and electric, believes in the best, and that's why only the best technicians wear the Tom Drexler uniform. Dial 1, Tom Drexler, for all your plumbing, heating, air, and electric needs. Cards down 5, 9-4 Cincinnati, 15:35 to go in the first. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Thinking about digging, planting a tree, putting up a fence? Hold that shovel before you break ground. Head to Kentucky811.org or call 811. It's quick, it's free, and yep, it's the law. Submit your request online or call before you dig. Member utility pros will mark where the underground lines are. Don't risk the injury, service outages, penalties, or costly repairs. Safety is in your hands. 811 before you dig. Sponsored by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Louisville was founded in 1798, and we've been ruffling feathers ever since. Introducing 1798 Blonde Ale from Goodwood Brewing, the official craft beer of University of Louisville Athletics, and the unofficial beer of yelling, "That was a foul!" from your couch. Bold, crisp, and just spicy enough to make your rival's fight song sound like a lullaby. If the feathers ain't flying, you ain't trying. Goodwood Brewing, ruffling feathers since 1798, brewed to bring the heat and the winds.
Get your L's up and head to your nearest Liquor Barn or Party Mart store, an official partner of the Louisville Cardinals. You can place an order for pickup or delivery through the Liquor Barn website or app. It's easy to shop for your favorite beer, wine, and spirits at Liquor Barn and Party Mart. Go Cards! Bob, Louisville is yet to make a shot. They're trailing 9-4, 15:35 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, having a rough time of it. They're only giving up 40% shooting. Cincinnati's 4 of 10, but Louisville's 0 of 6 if they weren't able to get to the free throw line as much as they have. This would be even worse. They're 4 of 5 from the line. That's where all 4 of their points have come. We'll see if they'll settle down here. I thought they took a couple of rushed shots, and he says if you get a good shot and it's in the first 5 seconds of the shot clock, shoot it. But it doesn't mean just because it's early and you can get the shot up, you should take it. I thought they took a couple that were a little bit rushed, but hopefully they'll hit a rhythm here soon and see if they get some of this perimeter shooting going. So far, all blanks in the chambers.
Yeah, 0 of 4 from beyond the arc for Louisville. It's a 9-4 Cincinnati lead here in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. McNeely leads the Cards with 3 points, all of them coming off of free throws. Looked like some subs were coming in for Louisville before the under 16 timeout, and there will be subs. Kobe Rogers, Jason Pryor, and Isaac McNeely, as well as Ali Khalifa back in. Woolley remains on the floor.
Yeah, yanked the starters like en masse coming out here, and they're going to have a little visit at the end of the bench there.
Yeah, just one starter on the floor for Louisville, and that's McNeely. On the side of Cincinnati, Sincere Harris is in, as well as the freshman Keyshawn Tillery. McNeely inbounding baseline out of bounds for Louisville. Cards down 5. Under 16 to play in the first half. Rogers, left baseline, he turned it over, looking for a cutting Pryor. Here comes Cincinnati. McKinley now in the game, a redshirt freshman. Baba Miller takes it to the nail, now gives it back up to Tillery, top of the key, who backs it out. Miller, deep left. Harris guarded tightly by McNeely in the left corner. Now hands it off back to Miller. Miller gets inside the lane. Now a skip pass in the corner to Thomas, and we have a reach-in foul on McNeely. Just the second team foul on Louisville, and McNeely's first. Ron Groover, Rick Crawford, and Chance Moore, our crew. They're trying to give Baba Miller and Kason Pryor a little bit more space in the restricted area on this baseline out of bounds for Cincinnati. Thomas will inbound it over to Tillery in the right corner, back to Thomas, top of the key. Goes right now, Tillery drives right baseline, backs it out to the right corner, left-handed dribble, takes it to the free throw line, and a scoop shot layup that's no good. Pryor soaring in for the rebound, Louisville basketball. Pryor back to the trailing Khalifa. 2 dribbles, picks it up now, and tried a backdoor cutting McNeely pass. The ball was kicked. It'll stay here. Ali Khalifa, redshirt senior center from Alexandria, Egypt. The Egyptian magician, as they call him. Just 11 assists and 2 turnovers for Ali through the start of the season. Rogers will inbound under the basket for Louisville. McNeely, quick trigger right corner 3, no good, short. And a good rebound by McKinley in Cincinnati. They have numbers, 3-on-2 break. Miller, dump off, right side, Harris, layup good.
I'll tell you, I don't know the latest point in any game so far this year when Louisville got its first field goal, but this has to be it. We're almost 6 minutes in, they haven't made a basket.
11-4 Bearcats. Khalifa, top of the key now to Woolley. Uses the screen from Khalifa. Loses the basketball, bumped by Harris. Khalifa, couple dribbles with the right hand and a spin. Now takes it to the left elbow, spinning around in the lane. Pryor will try a right arc 3 now, and he leaves it no good. It's short. Louisville, a 0 of 6 start from beyond the arc. Cincinnati nearly turns it over. Rogers throws it out of bounds, trying to save it on the baseline. Conwell and Brown back in for Louisville in the backcourt. 11-4 lead, 13:59 to go in the first half. Cincinnati leads it.
6 minutes and a second into the game, and Louisville still has no baskets. The opponents have 4 baskets.
Might be the first time of Pat Kelsey era that this has happened. We'll have to get an actual number on that. Maybe Kelly Dickey can help us out. Inbound to Tillery. Celestine in the game. The transfer from Baylor gives it up. Miller, who lobs it up top for the jam. And Tyler McKinley sends it home. Cincinnati now up 9.
A really good job when Louisville aggressively hedges on the ball screen.
Brown into the paint. Khalifa open top of the key 3. No good. 0 of 7 from beyond the arc for Louisville. Good hustle play by Pryor, who taps it out of bounds. Harris was dribbling with the basketball, and it'll stay here, though.
They got to get some ball movement, player movement. I know it's part of it goes against this philosophy. If you're open, shoot it. But it'd be nice if they could get some ball reversals, move that defense, and then get some good looks instead of everybody, I'll take a turn, now you take a turn, and everybody's just taking shots without really any flow to their offense.
6.5 minutes in, Louisville without a field goal. 13-4 Cincinnati here in the Heritage Bank Center. Celestine inbounding for Cincinnati, 25 on the timer. They'll bring it out top of the key for McKinley, who's guarded tightly by Khalifa. Now Celestine, who almost turns it over into the hands of Brown, but it goes through. And Miller now, I think they'll have a jump ball. And they will underneath. It was him and Khalifa who got tied up. It's going to stay here with Cincinnati. And actually, Khalifa and Miller still tied up at the three-point line. Neither were letting go. Ryan Conwell trying to hype up the Louisville faithful.
It's not Louisville ball. Louisville won the opening tip. It should be their ball.
I think we're actually going to have a delay of game on Louisville here and on Ali Khalifa for holding on to that basketball. At least that's what it seemed like Ron Gruber just said.
It's definitely their ball.
And it will be.
He warned both of them.
Just a warning, yeah.
He warned both of them. I just saw him make the hand signal.
So Celestine inbounds it, gets it in quickly. Thomas goes up, fouled. It's a 2 jumper on the left baseline. Khalifa caught in the air, got him.
Well, they are really knocking Louisville on their heels here early, I'll tell you what. I thought this might be a good game. Khalifa take advantage of their over-anxiousness and find cutters and with his experience, but he's struggling so far on both ends. He's not alone. Everybody is.
Yeah, it's a 13-1 run for UC over the last 4.5 minutes. Guards haven't scored in 4 and 20 seconds as the first free throw from Thomas is swished through. Louisville 0 of 9 from the field, 0 of 7 from 3. 10-point lead now for Cincinnati after the first Thomas free throw. He knocks the second through, and it's an 11-point Bearcats lead. Thomas has 4 points now. Louisville basketball trailing by 11 here early in the first half in Cincinnati. William McDermott and Bob Valvano. Brown across the timeline, guarded by Tillery. Looks for Conwell, top left, back to Brown. Now gets a screen from Khalifa, goes right side, takes it right elbow. And back to Khalifa at the foul line. Khalifa to Brown, top of the key, 10 on the shot clock. Brown drives left side, layup contact, fall to the floor. He left it short, no good. Cincinnati in transition, Miller to the rim. He left it short, an offensive board for the Bearcats. They'll reset with Harris. Harris guarded by McNeely. Takes the left elbow, now Miller. Top left dark, he doesn't shoot a ton of threes. He can make them, and he doesn't make that one. Top left 3, no good. McNeely the other way quickly for Louisville. Khalifa, backdoor cutting, Brown, layup good. First basket of the game for Louisville.
And there's the Khalifa pass I was looking for.
15-6. Louisville trailing, 12-18 to go. Celestine, top of the key, now Miller, guarded by Hadley, deep top left. Louisville fans making some noise here in Cincinnati. Celestine, left corner, and a turnover off the hand of McKinley and out of bounds. Just the 3rd turnover of the game for Cincinnati. I have to wonder, Bob, if Pat Kelsey's going to elect to, at some point today, go to that press that he's liked to show. Cincinnati does turn the basketball over a lot. They're averaging 16 turnovers a game.
That's a good question because it goes two ways. I mean, it works in your favor when the other team doesn't want to play that fast. You can speed them up, but this team is more than willing to play fast. I think they may turn it over regardless if you just play the good half-court defense. Let's see.
Louisville trailing by 9, 12 minutes to go in the first half. Cards in white, right to left on your radio dial. Here's Michael Brown, lobs it up top for Frew on the right side, and it just goes out of bounds.
I don't know what he thinks he sees there, but he's not open. It's the second one he's thrown out of bounds.
It's still a 9-point Bearcats lead. Just one field goal for the Cards through the first 8 minutes. 15-6 Cincinnati over Louisville. 11:53 to go in the first half. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
Your company doesn't need a printer. You need a partner. A partner like Clark & Riggs. Clark & Riggs brings you the whole package. On-demand and variable data printing, direct mail management, e-commerce solutions, warehousing and fulfillment, rapid prototyping, retail solutions from large format signage and point-of-purchase material to branded decor and fixtures. Oh, and the best offset and digital printing in the business. Visit Clark & Riggs at morethanaprinter.com.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone, too, for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end in balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Take it or leave it.
Join Coach Pat Kelsey and Paul Rogers each week to talk about Louisville Cardinals basketball. The two are going to be at Roosters in Springhurst on Monday, December 1st. Join us at Roosters, a fun, casual joint. No Pat Kelsey coaches show next week with Thanksgiving and Cards playing on Monday and Wednesday of next week. Today, Louisville is out in Cincinnati and they're trailing 15-6. A rough start offensively so far, Bob, for the Cards. 1 of 11 from the floor and 4 turnovers.
And exacerbated, if you will, by the fact that Cincinnati does not shoot threes well. They've got to get their points around the basket, and they have 10 points in the paint. 10 of their 15 points in the paint. So they're winning all the categories they have to win to have a chance here. Paint points, fast break points, they have a 4-0 edge. So Louisville's going to have to find a rhythm here. And offensively, they seem really disjointed.
So far, leading scorers, Day Thomas has 4 for Cincinnati. Mustafa Cham also has 4 on the side of Louisville. It's just McNeely with 3 and then Michael Brown Jr. with 3. And Brown has that one made field goal of the game for Louisville off that assist from Khalifa. Cards trailing by 9 here, the coming out of the under 12 of the first half. Cincinnati 4-0 under Wes Miller in his 5th season as the head coach of the Bearcats. And they've been ranked one of the top defensive efficiency teams in the country coming in, and they're proving it.
I don't think, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. Pat Kelsey was standing right here. I want to talk about what I was talking about in front of us. I'll tell you later.
Well, they do go to that press as Louisville ball pressure here cross half court. Just 2 seconds for Thomas to get it over. He finally does with 18 on the timeline. Thomas way out between the circles, guarded by Brown. Goes left using a screen from Abayev. Now back to Abayev in the corner for Celestine, right side in front of the Louisville bench. Celestine falls to the floor and he loses it out of bounds.
Great defense by Woolley. Terrific job. of pressuring the ball. That press, while it didn't get a turnover, helped them because by the time they got it over the timeline, you talked about they barely got it over in 10 seconds. They had a short time period to get into their offense, and by the time they started trying to go to the basket, there were only 12 on the shot clock, and they got a little impatient. Louisville got the steal.
Just the third turnover for Cincinnati tonight. 15-6 lead for the Bearcats. Brown with the basketball, gives it up to Hadley left side. Now through, ball over the head at the top of the key. Brown deep left. Drives top right side, and a cross-court pass that's deflected by Celestine and out of bounds. It's going to stay here, 8 on the shot clock. Baba Miller checking in for Cincinnati. Celestine will sit. And Louisville not even getting the ball past the three-point line on that possession, on this possession so far. Already 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Brown with 7 seconds at the top of the key. He pulls up about a 30-footer, and he just left it way short.
Pat's not happy about that shot.
Cincinnati with the basketball. Harris, right corner. Over to Miller. They swing it around. Now Chom on the left block off the pass from Abaya. Frew's guarding him. Face-up jumper that swished through.
Well, he's got a beautiful short and mid-range game. He really does.
17-6 Cincinnati. 10:30 to go in the first half. Just one made field goal from Louisville. Conwell cans a deep right three.
The doctor ordered there, I'll tell you.
Conwell at 12 20-point games a season ago at Xavier. Wes Miller saying they're used to prepping for a guy like him. He was one of their hardest covers a season ago in the crosstown shootout. Here's Cincinnati, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Miller drives inside and turns it over. It's going to be a backcourt violation as Miller grabbed it across the timeline, and it's a better fight defensively from the Cards.
Baba Miller, you can throw it to him. Wes Miller, you shouldn't throw it to him. He's out of eligibility.
Baba Miller started his career at Florida State, the 6'11" Spaniard, and actually played against Louisville twice.
Oh, yeah. You remember him well.
Very versatile athlete. Here's Frew with the basketball. Just 10 on the shot clock. Not sure about that. As Frew turns around, spins, can't get it to fall. Woolley, the offensive rebound for Louisville. Conwell puts it on the floor. One dribble, puts up a three, no good straight away. And then Cincinnati, the rebound. Baba Miller, the mismatch with Brown, backing him down on the left side. They reverse it. Abayev, wide open right corner three, too strong. Rebound, tip to Brown. Louisville has it. Michael in the Cards, down 8, under 10 to play. Michael Brown, pull up three, good. And a foul underneath. The basket will count.
It's going to be a foul on Louisville, I'm not sure who.
Hadley, I believe.
Fouls on 14 White. The basket's good.
Or they call it on Woolley.
Woolley.
Yep, so Adrian Woolley picks up a foul, but 2 threes here for Louisville in consecutive possessions, 17-12, and just like that, it's a 5-point game. Cards can get back in it in a hurry.
More net press again.
Yep, more full court pressure. Kenai Roots in the game for Louisville for the first time. Abayev across midcourt. Woolley's on him. Every step of the way, Chom, a dribble handoff to Miller. Miller pushed by Roots. Off the shot, the side out of bounds for Cincinnati. 15th foul on Louisville. As McNeely checks in for Conwell, the 5 on the floor for the Cards. Kobe Rogers, Sananda Frew, Kenai Roots, Adrian Woolley, and Isaac McNeely. 17-12 lead for Cincinnati, 9 minutes to go in the first half. Miller gets the inbound. Now Krisa with 15 seconds straight away. Now Abayev, left side. Chom hands it off. Right arc, Krisa slip past Chom, right side. A lot of contact. He took a fall and he lost it. Louisville basketball. Woolley picked it up. Now over to Roots. Thought about the left arc three. One more pass. Rogers left corner. It's good.
I think Louisville's got plenty of fans here. Thank you. Based on what we've seen in the last couple of minutes, they are fired up now. They come almost all the way back.
It's just a 2-point game. 3 made threes for Louisville Cards on a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Here's Thomas, guarded by McNeely. Gets in the lane, over the contest from through. No good, left side layup. Now Roots with the basketball for Louisville. Some Cards fans on their feet through. Left side over to Woolley. Now West left baseline. He takes it baseline. And over the 7'2" Chom. And a left side layup. We're tied at 17. 8 minutes to play in the first half. Thomas across for Cincinnati. Over to Grisa. Now Avaya, then Miller. Miller, right arc, and
we're going to get a timeout, but before, let me tell you, that Woolley play is our Toyota drive of the game. Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Beautiful job by Woolley, changing pace, beating him baseline, and it's got the game tied at 17.
Timeout called. 17-17, 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first half here at Heritage Bank Center. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
Thinking about digging, planting a tree, putting up a fence? Hold that shovel. Before you break ground, head to Kentucky811.org or call 811. It's quick, it's free, and yep, it's the law. Submit your request online or call before you dig. Member utility pros will mark where the underground lines are. Don't risk the injury, service outages, penalties, or costly repairs. Safety is in your hands. 811 before you dig. Sponsored by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check with your wife first, before hanging your framed jerseys in the living room.
So what do you think?
Wow, all of your sports jerseys in the living room now.
Cool, right?
Did you try the basement?
What?
Let's try the basement.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Pro Rehab Physical Therapy can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across Kentuckiana, contact Pro Rehab Physical Therapy today at ProRehab.com to see a physical therapist. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, a proud partner of the Louisville Cardinals and trusted choice for keeping Card fans in the game.
Every Tuesday during basketball season, it's Louis Tuesdays at Mike's Car Wash. Get $5 off Mike's top 2 washes. Mike's is open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. William McDermott here, Bob Albano, Louisville, and Cincinnati. 17-17, 12 minutes in, 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Cards on a 13-2 run over the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Louisville, they started the game 0 of 9 from the floor, now 5 of 18. Louisville started 0 of 7 from 3, now 3 of 12 from beyond the arc. Michael Brown hitting one, Ryan Conwell hitting one, and then Kobe Rogers hitting one, all in that last segment. Cincinnati, they led it by as many as 11 with 10:45 to play in this first half, but this Louisville offense has stormed back into it. Leading the Bearcats in scoring is the 7-footer Mustafa Cham. He has 6 points and 4 rebounds. And then on the side of Louisville, it's Michael Brown Jr. with 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 9 minutes, and he has turned it over twice. Cards 4-0, Bearcats 4-0. It's been a fun one here between these two. Heritage Bank Center. It's a predominantly, I'd actually say, Louisville crowd here, even though we are in downtown Cincinnati. Part of the series, the 2-year series that these two schools, Cincinnati and Louisville, will play. They will return the favor at Freedom Hall next year between Cincinnati and Louisville. Cards have really turned things around, Bob, and they've done it because not only are shots starting to fall, especially 3 of the last 4 threes, but they've also been getting stops, just 2 Cincinnati points over the last 4.5 minutes.
Well, I think that's a big part of it because we talk about how effective they've been getting the ball from the defensive backcourt to the offensive frontcourt. They usually do it in 3 seconds or less. Well, you can do that off of misses a lot more effectively than you can off of makes. So as they started to get some stops, They got their transition game going. I think they all deserve great credit for it, and I think Coach Kelsey does too. He's right in front of us. Never looked like he was getting discombobulated. He was just, let's keep doing what we do, and things eventually will turn, and they have.
When you shoot the ball like Louisville does, you never really are out of a game. But then on the flip side, it's kind of, you can always let teams get back into games, especially with
There's
the way
a lot of
play.
possessions. There's a million possessions going on. No question about that. 11-2 that segment for Louisville, 9-point edge.
Brings us to a 17-17 score. The under 8 timeout. 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Cincinnati basketball left to right on your radio dial in black. Sincere Harris, and he tried to get it into Baba Miller, and Rogers reaches around and fouls. He had a mismatch on the post, and that's actually going to be the 7th team foul on Louisville.
They don't shoot free throws collectively very well. They shoot a lot of them, but they're only 63%.
Yeah, 19.5 attempts a game for Cincinnati. This is just the third of the night for the Bearcats, and the 1-and-1, the front end missed by Miller Strong. The rebound, though, from McKinley, and the 3 missed by Thomas. Louisville has it, and we're in a tied game. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Roots by Miller. He tries to post up on the right side. Now Khalifa do a cutting. Rogers lost it for a second. Now a loop around pass. Roos in and out right arc 3.
It's halfway down.
Here comes Cincinnati. Harris right side. Got caught in the air. Now to Miller in the left corner. Creasa top of the key 3. No good. Too strong. Miller snatches the rebound for Cincinnati. Thomas now drives it into the foul line before picking up his dribble. Now McKinley underneath the basket. Fans wanted to travel. Creasa straight away 3. That rolls out. Louisville basketball. McNeely over to Khalifa, and the cutting Conwell is fouled.
Oh, what a pass. He is just, he's so much fun up there.
You said it. They've been running with Khalifa a lot at the 5 so far tonight, putting him kind of as the point center, and Conwell the beneficiary on the backdoor cut, going to the foul line.
Could have been a 3-point play. No fault of his. He got fouled pretty hard, so it wasn't like he missed a bunny. But he's so strong, he can sometimes play through that contact and turn it into a possible 3-point play.
Under 7 minutes to play in the first half, and Louisville at the foul line. Conwell puts it, first one through, gives Louisville its first lead since it was 3-0.
I started to say earlier, Louisville's old friend Mick Cronin probably didn't do him any favors, because he said at his press conference out of UCLA, boy, sorry to see how Cincinnati has fallen on such hard times. It wasn't anything to do with Cincinnati. All of a sudden, they just came up at his press conference. I guarantee you that made their way into their locker room. And they were like, oh, yeah, we'll show you what kind of trouble we're in.
Wes Miller has brought Cincinnati basketball really back to what the fans were used to the play style being, and that rugged kind of defensive style. Number 2 rated defense in the country coming into tonight. Conwell makes both free throws. The second one rolls in. So 19-17, Louisville leads it. Creasa guarded by Brown. Now double team trapped right in front of us near the timeline. He gives it up to McKinley. McKinley to a cutting Harris. Now Abaya puts it on the floor. Left corner 3. Got it.
I knew he was going to shoot it. Kind of wait to see who's going to go in or not, because that's the play ends when he gets the ball.
So a trap break leads to points. Conwell tries to answer. Can't with a left arc 3. Cincinnati basketball. Harris across the timeline, bumped, fouled. We didn't make it, and are we counting it?
Yep.
We are. Wow. He got fouled.
No, that's a point of
near the
emphasis
3-point
this year.
line, but the continuation will count the basket. So Harris, nobody stopped the ball, and he took advantage on Khalifa.
I think Kelsey's not arguing the foul. I think he's arguing that on that double team, Creasa traveled to get out of the trap, which I kind of thought he did. He was in front of us and backed up pretty good without using his dribble to get away from the pressure.
So Sincere Harris, he's actually his first year He makes the free throw, 23-19 Cincinnati. In his first year at Cincinnati, but played at West Virginia, was Big 12 all-defensive, and he's got the task of Michael Brown. Brown takes it right on him. Now over to Khalifa. Hesitation on the left block. Loses it out of bounds. It's knocked away by Harris. They'll stay here.
Right on cue. Talk about all defensive. That was a heck of a play he made. Recovering. It looked like it was going to be a layup for Holly.
And he's probably their best defensive guard. They like Thomas, what he can bring on the perimeter, but they've got guys who can guard all 5 positions, especially a guy like Baba Miller. Louisville basketball, and Miller deflects the inbound from Brown and turns it over. Cincinnati basketball.
Kale's made some really strange decisions on the passes today.
Abayev, he turns it over. Pryor fronting. Chom on the right block snatches it. 23-19 Cincinnati, 5:40 to go. Brown right side layup fouled by Harris.
That's our All-State good hands play, by the way. What a terrific defensive play by Kaysen. Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking All-State first. You're in good hands with All-State. Louisville was in good hands that time with Kaysen Pryor steal.
No, Michael Brown on the season, Bob. His assist to turnover ratio really has been great for his usage. Just 13 turnovers. 19th best assist rate in the country. He's had 5 or more in each game. But tonight so far, just 1 assist and 3 turnovers for Brown. He makes the first.
And none of them were really good turnovers either, to be honest with you. Threw 2 lobs that really weren't open. And then that out-of-bounds play, they got in trouble because the official put the ball down and started counting, and so he just ran because they were going to get a 5-second count. And I think he had more time than he thought, though. The guy had just started the count, and he picked it up and threw it right into the defender's hands.
And second free throw swished through. Brown now 8 points. It's 23-21 Cincinnati. 5:37 to go in the first half. William McDermott and Bob Albano with you inside Heritage Bank Center. Day Thomas guarded tightly by Conwell. Uses the screen from Chom, a hedge from Pryor. They reverse the basketball. Celestine, now Chom on the left block. Spins baseline on Pryor. They double team him with Hadley. He gets it back out to Krisa. Here's Abayev guarded by Woolley. Foul. It's not on a shot. Abayev was looking to get to a right step back jumper, and Woolley 2 hands on him. He headed to the line with the 9th team foul on the Cardinals.
That's just one of his favorite moves. Go right, the right step back, especially if it's a 3. He does have their only 3-pointers on the night. He's got a pair of them.
Abayev, a McDonald's All-American, the 8th to suit up for Cincinnati in school history. He played an overtime elite most recently. Misses the front end, and it's going to Louisville. Knocked out of bounds by Celestine.
Amazing. Louisville scores here. They could tie or take the lead, and it's been really
feels like they haven't played well at all.
That's not exactly their best performance, but that's what you got to do. You got to get in there and grind.
It's a 2-point lead for Cincinnati. Louisville with the basketball. Brown deep left. Now Pryor puts it on the floor. Hands off to Hadley. Left arc. Hadley. Now McNeely. McNeely gets caught up by Celestine. 7 on the shot clock for McNeely. Crossover. Pull up 3. No good. And it's deflected. It's going Cincinnati's way. Out of bounds on the far side.
But they have a hard time getting open looks. They are really being defended well. Not going to get 100 tonight unless this game goes into triple overtime.
And Hadley is underneath the Cincinnati basket with his head in his hands.
Must got hit in the face, I assume.
Face or eye, so they will have to make a sub. Frew will come in. Athletic training staff. It's over to Hadley. Remember, he had that concussion against...
I hope it's...
he suffered in the season opener against South Carolina State. He is grabbing his head. Looks to be in a lot of pain, almost like a headache. I don't want to speculate.
Yeah, I hope it's not concussion related, but it might be. That's not good. But we'll keep you posted.
23-21. Louisville Gonna have to check in on Javon Hadley. Cards down 2. 4:30 to go in the first half. Here's the freshman Tillery. Gets underneath the basket to Abayev. Hesitation on the left arc 3. He drives. Kicks it out to the corner. They swing it. Thomas, top 3. Good. Better ball movement from Cincinnati than Louisville so far. And it's a 5-point Bearcats lead. Brown, guarded by Abayev. Brown goes between the legs, keeps the dribble. Now loses it on the right baseline. Inside the arc, gets caught in the air. Frew now, left block. Turning, trying to fit it up and in. And finally, Louisville gets some points in the paint. Just the third and fourth paint points for the Cards.
Every basket for Louisville is like birthing a baby. I mean, it is painful. Cincinnati, as you said, getting good flow, much better flow to their offense.
First points of the night for Frew. Tillery turns it over.
As soon as I say that, they throw it in the seats.
We would have thought Victor Wembanyama was in the left corner. It's 26-23. Cincinnati over Louisville. 3 minutes, 39 to go. How about some scores when we come back out of this break? This is Louisville Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
Picture it. Your holiday table. The family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. Spiced cider in every glass. Laughter around every plate. At Kroger, we know these moments matter, and we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Just like your Cardinals, Team Chevrolet has game-changing talent at every position, with a lineup led by the legendary Chevy Silverado, where 4 durable engines, including the TurboMax, deliver the capability you rely on every day. Plus, with advanced camera tech, it'll make your most difficult towing jobs a whole lot easier and your confidence even stronger. Check out the hard-working Silverado at your Chevy dealer today. Proud partner of the Louisville Cardinals. Kentucky drives Chevy.
Here's Tom Drexler. This is Tom Drexler with Tom Drexler Plumbing, Air, and Electric. Proud supporter of the Louisville Cardinals. Just like the Cards, we believe in being the best. That's why only the best technicians wear the Tom Drexler uniform. I promise you will be a fan of our upfront pricing and clean professional service. For all of your plumbing, heating and cooling, or electrical needs, make the right call. Dial 1 Tom Drexler.
Call the plumber whose name is his number. Call the plumber whose name is his number. Dial 1 Tom Drexler, that's his number. Yeah.
To go here in the first half in Cincinnati. Bearcats lead the 6th-ranked Cardinals 26-23. William McDermott alongside Bob Valvano. Bob, how about some scores from around the country on this night of college basketball?
I am efforting the top 25 scores first, and if there's others, we will find some. Just breaking news though, Kansas' star Darren Peterson going to miss all 3 games that they play in Las Vegas. I don't know when he's going to get back from that. Here's top 25 scores, though. Michigan State leads Detroit Mercy 38-25. Just less than a minute to go before halftime. Duke leads Niagara 15-6 there at the under 13-minute mark in the first half down at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Florida leads Merrimack 20-4 with just about 12 minutes to go in the first half there. Kentucky leads Loyola Maryland 30-15 at the under 10-minute mark in the first half there. Final, BYU, number 9, beat number 23, Wisconsin, handily, 98-70. Pretty impressive win there for BYU. Games that haven't tipped off yet that involve top 25 teams. Arkansas takes on winless Jacksonville State. That's coming up in about another hour or so. Purdue and Texas Tech, that should be a good one. Purdue number 1, Texas Tech number 15. UCLA is taking on, who the heck are they playing? I don't know who that is. Presbyterian, is that a school? I think so. Louisville's, UCLA rather 4-1. Presbyterian is 3-4. That's a much later start. 10:30 there in that matchup. When we have scores later on, we'll see if there's other ACC teams in action and give you those scores.
When the Cards win, you win with half-off pizza from Papa John's. The day after a Louisville men's or women's basketball victory, you get 50% off pizza at the regular menu price. Use code CARDSWIN to redeem at participating Louisville area Papa John's locations. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Louisville basketball after the Cincinnati turnover. Cards down 3 at the out of the under 4 here in the first half in downtown Cincinnati. Frew hands it off Brown. Ball over the head, now dribbling straight away. 13 on the shot clock. He drives left side, fouled on the left block as he goes up. It was Thomas was guarding him.
Louisville shooting just 27% from the field, 20% behind the three-point line. And that's really the difference. This team has really not given them any open looks. In fact, that play, he's usually good. Coach Kelsey is usually terrific. After timeout plays, they really didn't get anything there. That was basically just McHale creating all that on his own.
And nothing easy for Louisville as Brown makes the first free throw. 6 points in the paint for the Cardinals. Really, the easiest points they've gotten are the 9 from the foul line. And we'll make it 10 as Brown switches the 10th free throw through. Cards down 1. 3 minutes, 15 seconds ago of the first half. Cincinnati basketball. Baba Miller, deep right, top of the key. Now McKinley has it. He gives it up to Thomas on the left side. Thomas still dribbling on the three-point line. Takes it to the right elbow. Gets caught in the air and through. Some contact there, but good defense. He turned it over. Louisville with the basketball. Conwell shakes. Now over to Frew. Top of the key. Frew puts it on the floor. We got a charge. It was Creesa who stood in that time. He had one in the first few minutes of the game that wasn't called. That one is.
For that, you did a really disciplined job at the defensive end. They didn't jump. As you said, there was contact, and the officials correctly called the offensive player for jumping into Louisville and didn't call it. So Louisville had a chance to come down the floor, and then Frew just made a bad decision there, and they turned it right back over.
6th turnover for Louisville. 2nd foul for Frew as Creesa brings it across for Cincinnati. Thomas uses the screen for Miller. Back to Creesa. Creesa lost his dribble. They reverse it. Miller driving on Roots left baseline. Now takes it middle. Right hook. Got away with a travel. They didn't call it. And he scores.
Tough shot, though. Running semi-hook.
Brown pull up straight away 3. No good. Way off. He's shaking his head a little bit. He walks back on defense. Just a little slow, Louisville offensively. 3 of 16 from beyond the arc. Still trailing by 3, though.
Kale not having one of his better games tonight, that's for sure. I don't know what the problem is, but he's not in a rhythm. Coach Kelsey making the universal coach's gesture. Let's go. Let's get some flow.
Well, Thomas is guarded by Brown for Cincinnati. He slips it through to McKinley, who got away with another travel. Now Thomas right arc 3. That's good. Just relocated after the screen, and Cincinnati leads by 6. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Now the Bearcats on their feet. Conwell off the Khalifa pass, drills a 3.
What a great answer. Boy, he has been clutch.
It's straight away. Harris, transition layup, no good. Louisville trying to pressure. And Cards coming the other way. McNeely over to Brown in the left corner. He skips it to Conwell, top left arc. Khalifa with the basketball straight away. Gives it up. Conwell, left floater, good. Left it short. Tracked down by Miller in Cincinnati.
He tried to tip it to Roots. He tipped it too far, and Cincinnati came up with it.
Celestine drives on McNeely, and Khalifa fouls him.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, Pat Kelsey and a lot of these Louisville fans, as you can hear, not happy.
I think they called the foul on McNeely. That was...
It's going to be 2 shots for Celestine. I mean, it looked like he used that off arm to me, Bob.
Just absolutely shoved McNeely out of bounds. Well, that's the game it's going to be. They're tough. That's how they play. Ball don't lie, though.
Celestine planks the first free throw. Kason Pryor checks in for Roots. Kobe Rogers in for Michael Brown. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go here in the first half. Cards trailing by 3. Cincinnati has led it virtually for every bit of the way here in the first half. 14 minutes leading as Celestine switches the second free throw. 32-28. Pat Kelsey going to take the use it or lose it timeout here for Louisville, 32-28 the score, Cincinnati leading.
Well, there's no question the style of game much more favoring the Bearcats. They only score 78 a game. Louisville scores 103. And they are definitely built around interior scoring, defense, rebounding. And so far, this game's ticking every box for them. They're outscoring Louisville in the paint. They're out-rebounding Louisville. And the tempo clearly in their favor.
21 rebounds for Cincinnati, just 16 for Louisville. 5 of those rebounds for the Bearcats have been offensive, although they've only put up 2 second chance points. Leading scorers on both sides, Day Thomas for Cincinnati with 10. Michael Brown Jr., albeit struggling to assist at 3 turnovers, he also has 10. Louisville basketball after the Pat Kelsey timeout. We'll see what he drew up. Conwell inbounding. Gets it in Rogers. Minute to play here in this first half. 32-28, Cincinnati lead. Rogers dribbling near the center court logo. Takes it right side. Now McNeely, 12 on the shot clock. They're using every bit of this possession. Here's Khalifa, a right-handed floater from the free throw line. That's no good. And Cincinnati the other way. Miller, coast to coast. Kick out, right corner to 3, short. Miller, though, the rebound, and he can't put it back up and in. And Tillery, though, gets it back for Cincinnati. 2 offensive rebounds for the Bearcats. Rogers almost poked it loose, and Thomas, with 12 on the shot clock, will recollect for Cincinnati. He's guarded by Pryor. 8 for Thomas. Between the legs, he wants to pull up. He does. Straightaway 3, no good. Off on the right side, and it'll go the other way, out of bounds. 13 seconds for Louisville to work with. Well, Pryor hasn't done a whole lot offensively, Bob, but he has played well defensively when he's been in there today.
Yeah, he's getting better every game. There's no question. His presence. That last play out of the timeout, I'm not sure. Was that what they were looking for? A floater from Alley? I'm not sure what they were trying to get out of that timeout. That was the last possession. That's the shot they got. He just came down the lane trying to throw up a floater.
Louisville.
What is going on here?
Got somebody wiping up something on the floor over where they're going to inbound it, right in front of the Louisville cheerleaders and right across from the Louisville bench and us. Cards with 13 seconds, down 4 here in the first half. Brown, slow dribble, 9 seconds across the timeline. 6 seconds for Brown, wants to take it himself. 3 seconds, gets deep left side, handoff, Khalifa blocked.
Alley's going to have to be able to score a little bit.
Mustafa Cham with a rejection, and Guards going in the break down for the first time this season. Cincinnati leads at 32-28.
Well, see what kind of adjustments they have at halftime. This may not be a game where adjustments are what decide it. It may be a grunt game. It may be a gut check game. This is a game where you're just going to have to find a way to grind. See if Louisville can do that in the second half.
We've got a good one. Cincinnati 32, Louisville 28. At the break, William McDermott and Bob Valvano here. We'll see you after the half. This is Louisville Cardinals basketball from Learfield.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Pro Rehab Physical Therapy can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across Kentuckiana, contact Pro Rehab Physical Therapy today at ProRehab.com to see a physical therapist. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, a proud partner of the Louisville Cardinals and trusted choice for keeping Card fans in the game.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
Louisville was founded in 1798, and we've been ruffling feathers ever since. Introducing 1798 Blonde Ale from Goodwood Brewing, the official craft beer of University of Louisville Athletics, and the unofficial beer of yelling, "That was a foul!" from your couch. Bold, crisp, and just spicy enough to make your rival's fight song sound like a lullaby. If the feathers ain't flying, you ain't trying. Goodwood Brewing, ruffling feathers since 1798. Brewed to bring the heat and the winds.
This is your halftime report, sponsored by U of L Health Fraser Rehab Sports, official sports rehab provider of the Louisville Cardinals.
The Cards trailing 32-28 in the half against Cincinnati. I'm Danielle Brower. Welcome inside the U of L Health Fraser Rehab Sports halftime report. Louisville started with the first possession, leading to scoring first with 3 made free throws. Then Louisville trailed Cincinnati early, but came back within 2 points with 3 3-pointers in a row, first by Ryan Conwell, then Michael Brown Jr., and another 3-point jumper by Kobe Rogers. Adrian Woolley quickly followed.
Left side over to Woolley, now left baseline. He takes it baseline, and over the 7'2" Chom, and a left side layup. We're tied at 17. 8 minutes to play in the first half.
Louisville took the lead with a free throw with just 6:48 remaining in the first half, but Cincinnati snatched it back. Michael Brown Jr. made two free throws to come back within 2. With 3:19 remaining, Brown Jr. at the free throw line again to bring the Cards back within 1. Ryan Conwell made a 3-point jumper assisted by Khalifa to bring the Cards back within 3 with 1:42 to go in the first half. But unfortunately, still trailing 32-28 as we head into the half against Cincinnati. More coming here on the U of L Health Fraser Rehab Sports halftime report. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
With the money they saved and earned by enrolling in LG&E and KU's new energy efficiency programs like Online Marketplace and Bring Your Own Thermostat, Frank was able to buy a pygmy goat. Sheila got bagpipes. Harry bought 10 pounds of Monk's Head cheese. Christy learned the Watusi and the Macarena. And Bruce, he bought a bicycle. Because he's just out there. Sign up now to earn money and save for whatever you're into. Visit lge-ku.com/save.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So, I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone, too, for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, "Hey, where are you going?"
To T-Mobile! The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Louisville. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Time for the first half stats on the U of L Health Fraser Rehab Sports halftime report. I'm Danielle Brower. Currently, the Bearcats lead 32-28 over the Cardinals. Time to look at those first half stats like we said. Right now, the Cardinals are 7 of 27 of their field goal attempts. Their field goal percentage at the moment, 26%, while 4 of 17 completed 3-point percentage points, 24% completion for those 3-pointers. Then we have our offensive rebounds. We have 4 of their attempts completed, 5 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, with a total turnover of 6 turnovers for the Louisville Cardinals, while we also have 6 turnovers for the Cincinnati Bearcats. Because of those turnovers, right now we have 7 points of the 28 total turnover points for the first half. Then we also look at our foul percentages right now. Flagrant fouls, luckily 0, but we do have 11 fouls on the Cardinals so far in this first half. The largest lead of the half, 11 points by the Cincinnati Bearcats, whereas the Louisville Cardinals have 3 points of their largest lead. As we head into the second part of our halftime show, currently Cincinnati leading 32, but the Cardinals are going to come back right now, 32-28. This is the U of L Health Fraser Rehab Sports Halftime Report. This is Cardinal Basketball from Learfield.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check with your wife first, before hanging your framed jerseys in the living room.
So what do you think?
Wow, all of your sports jerseys in the living room now.
Cool, right?
Did you try the basement?
What?
Let's try the basement.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Checking in on the out-of-town scoreboards for the U of L Health Fraser Rehab Sports Halftime Report, I'm Danielle Brower. Early in the top 25, Richie Saunders made 5 three-pointers and scored 26 overall as number 9 BYU gets its first win over a ranked opponent on the season, beating number 23 Wisconsin 98-70. 17th ranked Michigan State leads Detroit Mercy 41-25 in halftime. With 7 minutes left in the first half, number 5 Duke over Niagara 35-13 in Durham, while number 10 Florida showing their power over Merrimack 35-12. Loyola Maryland trying to hang in with number 12 Kentucky. Kentucky leads 45-20. Coming up tonight, Jackson State at number 21 Arkansas and Presbyterian at 19th ranked UCLA, while number 1 Purdue and number 15 Texas Tech meet up at the Baha Mar Championship in Nassau, Bahamas. For Louisville specific, tomorrow, Louisville football flies to SMU for a noon kickoff, while at home, the number 21 Lady Cards take on 20th ranked Kentucky at 2 p.m. at home. Cards trailing 32-28. Second half is moments away with William McDermott on the call. I'm Danielle Brower. This has been the U of L Health Fraser Rehab Sports Halftime Report. This is Cardinal Basketball from Learfield.
Hey Cards fans, this is Tony Collier with the Collier Law Firm. If you get injured, whether it's in the car or on the job, call us. We're your law firm, located right here in my hometown of Louisville. All of our attorneys have experience working for the insurance companies. That means we already got the other side's playbook. And unlike some of those big law firms, our attorney fees start out at 25%. Because at the Collier Law Firm, we got your back, not your wallet. So when you get injured, call your law firm and go Cards.
Hey there, Cardinals fans. Your home deserves top-tier care and attention. That's why you can count on Southern Roofing and Renovations, your trusted local roofing expert. From the moment they arrive to the final inspection, Southern Roofing provides a guided experience from start to finish. Whether it's a quick repair or a full roof replacement, they've got you covered with the dedication and quality you can rely on. Visit southernrnr.com and see the Southern difference for yourself.
Hungry for made-from-scratch food? From hand-cut steaks to fall-off-the-bone ribs, Texas Roadhouse has something for everyone. Visit TexasRoadhouse.com and download the Texas Roadhouse mobile app to add your name to the wait list or place it to go order online. Fresh baked bread and honey cinnamon butter await. Texas Roadhouse is a proud sponsor of U of L Athletics. Legendary food, legendary service. Texas Roadhouse. Go Cards!
How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. Louisville and Cincinnati in a defensive battle here through the first 20 minutes. William McDermott and Bob Valvano back after halftime. It's 32-28. Bearcats leading it at the break. Louisville got off to a rough start shooting the basketball. I think it was 0 of 9, 0 of 10 of their first from the field. And Cardinals only led for 2 minutes of that first half. Cincinnati, they forced 6 turnovers, and they also out-rebounded Louisville 24-18. And Cards, in terms of points in the paint, 14-6 advantage for Cincinnati. We did just get confirmation from our lovely SID Dana Brown that Javon Hadley is good to go in this second half for Louisville. Bob, it looked like he may not return when he initially exited in that first half, but big keep for the Cards this second half.
Well, he got hit in the head, and when, coming off that concussion protocol, you weren't sure if it was going to be related to that, but I think it was just either the bridge of his nose or his eye or something, but it was not concussion related, so he's going to be able to go. He's got to contribute more, though. He didn't get a whole lot done in the first half. He had no points. Hadley had no points in the first half. He had 1 rebound, no assists, so he was not a big factor. He's got to not only be healthy, he's got to contribute here, because Louisville really had a hard time. The good news is they held Cincinnati to 38% shooting. Bad news is they only shot 26% themselves. So that really, and they did not outshoot them behind the three-point line. They were 4 of 17. Cincinnati was 4 of 15. That is an area we thought for sure they would have a big advantage. They did have a big advantage at the free throw line. They made 10, Cincinnati only made 4, but that shooting percentage is just not what has defined this team in the early part of the year. So we'll see if they can get something going here in the second half.
Cincinnati is known for its defense this season, one of the higher-rated groups in the nation entering tonight through the first 4 games, and they've only been allowing teams to shoot 35% from the field, albeit against lesser competition, and the Cards shooting 10% less worse than that, 26%, as you mentioned, for Louisville. Michael Brown Jr. leads scorers with 10. He has also turned it over 3 times in 15 minutes, and then Louisville also getting contributions from Ryan Conwell, who had 8 points, but other than that, no Cardinal with more than 3 points. And then you look at Cincinnati's side, and they've had a bit better balance, especially with Day Thomas leading the way with 10 points. Mustafa Cham, the 7'2" center, has 6, and then Sean Abayev also has 6. 4 made threes for both teams, and this is a stat that caught my eye, Bob, in that first half. It's a big reason maybe why Louisville only has 28 points offensively, but Cincinnati, 10 assists on 12 made field goals. Louisville, just 5 assists on 7 made field goals in that first half.
Well, the percentage of assists is not terrible. 5 out of 7 is not awful, but 5 field goals is unbelievable for this team. They used to get 5 field goals in a 4-minute segment when the season started. Now they really had trouble. But we talked about it at the top. Cincinnati's defense is 2nd ranked in the country in Ken Palm, 3rd ranked in Bart Torvik. So it's no fluke. They haven't played the most challenging schedule, but sometimes even in 4 games, the numbers do tell a legitimate story. And apparently this team is going to keep themselves among the elite in the country defensively.
Cincinnati has not allowed a team to score 65 or more on the season through the first 4 games. Cards ways away from getting to that number. Just 28 points in the first half.
Louisville has, excuse me, William, but here's the thing that really has got to probably be catching Pat Kelsey's eye. For all their poor shooting, they have no second chance points. 0. And that is something they really emphasize.
They had a lot against Ohio in the 20s.
Yes, so that's something. You know, you miss a shot, but you go get it, you put it back in. It's a successful possession.
And even Cincinnati, just 2 second chance points for them, but 7 offensive rebounds. They've been able to keep Louisville out of transition by getting those offensive rebound opportunities, even if they don't score off of
it. One of Kelsey's theories. I say, what do you do about, you try and go to the board and you get defensive balance. He said, hey, I think sometimes the best defensive balance is to just flood that offensive glass and make sure they can't get out. And actually, Cincinnati's doing that to Louisville tonight.
Just about ready to go here. Start of the second half. Cards down 4. Their first halftime deficit of the season for Louisville. As Conwell will inbound for the Cards, now left to right on your radio dial. Michael Brown across the timeline with the basketball. Gives it up to Von Hadley, back in the game after exiting in the first half. Now Hadley, left block, wants to post up on Miller. He puts it in the floor, now goes away from the basket. Now Conwell will drive from the left side, spins and scores.
Boy, he's got an explosive first step to the basket, and it puts him in double digits now with 10.
32-30 UC. Here's Miller in the right corner for Cincinnati. Drives on Hadley, trying to muscle on over him, and he does. Plus will go to the line. Hadley, I think he's calling for a jump ball. Thought he got some of that on the way up.
Could be a jump ball. He got the shot off and went in the basket. So I'm not sure what Hadley could be talking about there. Unless he thinks he just got his hand on the ball. It should have just been play on, maybe. That could be a legitimate gripe.
Right. So Miller, he's been pretty impressive, especially as a versatile piece for Cincinnati. Led the team coming in points and rebounds. 16 points a game score. Drills the free throw, and it's back to a 5-point Cincinnati lead.
Yeah, that's a little troubling, William, but he's their leading scorer at almost 16 a game. He only had 2 in the first half, and still Cincinnati had the lead. That's alarming.
Here is Brown. And a great pass over to Frew, but it was deflected down on the left block. He gives it back up to McNeely on the left arc as he falls. McNeely, his shot was deflected, but Frew, the follow-up is good. The left side layup. Miller, left-handed dribble, left wing. Now back to Abayev. They reverse it to the right side. Thomas guarded by McNeely. Thomas steps back, now goes back to his right. Frew, rejection. There's Sanando on both ends.
Getting more and more assertive each game. That was a great follow. Those are the first second chance points for Louisville on the evening. Then he comes down at the other end, Frew does, and blocks the shot.
12 on the shot clock for Cincinnati. Carissa inbounding underneath the basket. Abayev, right corner 3, air ball, too strong.
That wasn't even close. It was about 2 feet too strong.
He's made 2 threes, Abayev has, as Brown drives and no good on the layup, left it short as he hit the deck. Cincinnati basketball. Carissa pull up left side 3, no good. Louisville basketball, here's Frew, giving it up to Brown. A high dribble, recenters it. Now over to Conwell in front of the Louisville bench. Quick trigger, got it.
That's where to go right now. He's the one guy who's got his shooting eye. 3rd three of the night.
We're tied at 35. 18 minutes to go in the second half. Abayev guarded by McNeely. Out near the timeline. We'll use the screen from Chom. Goes right, Abayev, right step back 3, way short, grazed the bottom of the rim.
He loves to shoot it, doesn't he?
Conwell, pull up left side 3, in and out. Rebound won by Cincinnati.
Well, that was halfway down.
Boy, the roof would have exploded off this place had it gone in. Relatively even crowd, but I'd give the edge to Louisville in terms of fans. Tied up at 35, 17 minutes to go in the second half. Here's Cincinnati. Miller underneath off the pass from Carissa. The jam wide open.
That's Louisville's own play. That's the play Louisville runs.
Cards with the basketball. Through left-handed dribble on the left wing. Now drives back on the right side. And wow, he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Through. Able to put it on the deck from the three-point line on a drive.
They really extend over the guys coming off the little handoff like they do with Khalifa. And the heel usually lets him go by and then tries to bounce past them on the back door. That one, Frew kept watching the cutters go by and then realized they were overplaying him so much, he had an opportunity to just drive it down the lane himself.
The foul is on Chom. 3 Cardinals at the scores table as Frew's free throw misses. Sananda Frew is actually a 70+% foul shooter over in Germany, playing professional last winter. He was 6 of 6 from the line against Ohio on Saturday. The win for the Cards. He goes 1 of 2 here. A second is a make. Khalifa will check in for the German. Good minutes from Frew, though, to start the second half. Cincinnati basketball. Up 1, 37-36, 16:50 to go here in Cincinnati. Day Thomas guarded by Conwell. Dribbles it over to the right side. Now back to Harris, top of the key. Harris lost it. Turnover, Louisville the other way. Conwell, one-on-one, who loses it himself. The ball's fought for. Woolley picks it up. He drives, and he's fouled by Miller. Good hustle by the Cards.
What a crazy play that was. Louisville with a steal. Looked like Conwell was going to get a layup. They made a clean steal. Louisville knocked it away back, and Woolley came up with it, and then he drove it in traffic and really had to be aggressive just to get it close enough to the rim to draw the foul, and he did.
By the way, Kirk Kriisa actually picked up that foul. Thought it was Miller, and that is Kriisa's 3rd. As Woolley makes the first free throw, we're tied at 37.
You could say that was a Wild and Woolley play.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, Adrian had 11 points against Ohio. I mean, makes the second. I thought that was his best game, Bob.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you.
Of the season so far. Coming up a level from Kennesaw State. Kriisa will come out with 3 fouls.
Yeah, he's getting more and more comfortable playing at this level.
Louisville with the lead, and Louisville fans on their feet. Pressure from Woolley as Cincinnati brings it across the timeline. Here's Miller, who goes behind the back and fouled by Pryor. A bit too aggressive there by Kaysen.
Sometimes lets his emotion get the best of him, and he sensed the crowd. They were in it. That was a wild play before. Was in the middle of that. But that was just a little too, as you said, a little bit out of control.
Here's Thomas, who splits the screen at the top, and he's also fouled away from the basket. This time, it's Rogers. 3 team fouls on Louisville already this half. Harris inbounding for the Bearcats. Tillery, the freshman, hedged by Pryor. They get it into the right corner with Day Thomas. Now back to Tillery, left wing. 8 on the shot clock for Tillery. Does not use the screen from McKinley. Now here's Thomas, right arc, deep 3, no good. Good contest from Conwell, Louisville basketball.
Beautifully defended there.
Here's Pryor to Khalifa. Takes a couple dribbles inside the 3-point line and turns it over. Although Conwell gets it back and scores.
Well, Conwell bailed Alley out there. That was a silly pass. But what a great job by Conwell. He's having a big second half. He's got 7 points already. That's a charge.
They call a block. They say Conwell wasn't set. And the foul will be on Ryan as the Cards have a 3-point lead at the under 16. Louisville was trailing by 4 at the break. It's been a better second half for Louisville. 40-37. Cards lead it here in Cincinnati. We're in the midst of the second half. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Thinking about digging, planting a tree, putting up a fence? Hold that shovel. Before you break ground, head to Kentucky811.org or call 811. It's quick, it's free, and yep, it's the law. Submit your request online or call before you dig. Member utility pros will mark where the underground lines are. Don't risk the injury, service outages, penalties, or costly repairs. Safety is in your hands. 811 before you dig. Sponsored by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check with your wife first, before hanging your framed jerseys in the living room.
So what do you think?
Wow, all of your sports jerseys in the living room now.
Cool, right?
Did you try the basement?
What?
Let's try the basement.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
40-37, Cards over the Bearcats. William McDermott and Bob Valvano here with you at Heritage Bank Center downtown Cincinnati. Been a fun game. Cincinnati led it at 4 at halftime. Since then, Louisville has outscored the Bearcats 12-5, and Ryan Conwell leads all scorers with 15 points.
Yeah, Conwell's carried the load here in the second half. He has had 7 points. He's got 3 of Louisville's three-point field goals. They've only made 5, but collectively they're shooting 57% this half and holding Cincinnati to just 28%. So the game has made a swing in the Cards' favor, and they need to keep that momentum going right now.
Get your L's up and head to the nearest Liquor Barn or Party Mart store, an official partner of the Louisville Cardinals. Go to liquorbarn.com and download the Liquor Barn app to place an order for pickup or delivery. It's easy to shop for your favorite beer, wine, and spirits at Liquor Barn.
No, William, we talk about this all the time. Turnovers are big, but points off turnovers are the real story. And Louisville's got 9 points off turnovers, Cincinnati only 4, even though the turnover separation's only 1. Louisville's made 6, Cincinnati's made 7, but Louisville's turned those into 9 points. That's big. And right now they have a lot of momentum going. I mean, they had to work like the Dickens. They didn't have 12 points until we were in the third segment of the first half. They've already got 12 points this half, so it's definitely a tale of two cities here.
You know, I can't even remember last year under Pat Kelsey, a time where Louisville had to work as hard to score as they have so far tonight under Pat Kelsey. I mean, maybe the Creighton game in the tournament, the Duke game certainly last year stand out. But, boy, the Cincinnati defense certainly is legit. But Louisville has started to figure some things out, especially this second half. 12 points for the Cards already, and we're just coming out of the under 16.
It's interesting that McHale's not out there for this run. He's out, and they've been getting good minutes from Woolley.
Rogers as well.
And certainly Conwell has had a good half.
So Cincinnati basketball, baseline out of bounds underneath their own basket. Miller gets it at the foul line. They give it over to Abayev, top left side. He denies the screen, goes baseline, step back. That's a long 2, no good, and the rebound falls in the hands of Roots. Here's Khalifa. Dribble handoff with Woolley. Woolley continue going to the basket and a turnover. And I think it's going to stay with Louisville here as Tillery was on the
line when he knocked it away.
as he touched it. So,
but Ollie's getting, they're scouting and they know that's coming, and he's trying to throw that pass all the time. That's the third time it hasn't gotten through today. If it's there, throw it. If it's not, let the offense flow.
Still no turnovers for Khalifa, although it feels like there's been a few passes he said that should have ended up as turnovers.
You're exactly right.
So basketball in for the Cards. Here's Woolley, top of the key. He will use the screen from Khalifa. Drives right side, gets it underneath the basket. Caught by 2 defenders. He's trapped. Khalifa with 5 seconds as the shot clock reset to 20 seconds, and it was denied. It goes the other way. Abayev is fouled on the drive in transition. Khalifa got him. That was interesting, the shot clock malfunction there for a second. Caught me off guard. So Louisville about to send Michael Brown Jr. back in the basketball game. Just 8 free throw attempts for Cincinnati. They've made 5 of them. Louisville 13 made free throws. Labayev is at the line. It feels like with the amount I've said his name, he should have 25 points. Just 6 points for
two
Labayev.
3-point field goals. That's all he's got.
Misses the first. Labayev, freshman McDonald's All-American, a top 30 recruit nationally. He has shot it poor from 3 to start the year, and the foul line does go 1 of 2 there. 20% coming in for Labayev from distance, although his 2 threes have kept Cincinnati within 2. 40-38, under 15 to play here. Cards lead it. Khalifa straight away hands it off to Brown. Brown takes it right side, pull up, elbow jumper, no good. Cincinnati the other way. Harris all the way, coast to coast, slams it off the backboard. And Miller, though, on the follow, he outran Khalifa, and it's going to stay here, was knocked out of bounds. Khalifa out, in for Louisville in a 2-point lead.
Cincinnati's not going anywhere. They just grind and grind and grind. So Louisville's going to have to take this. Nobody's going to hand anything to them.
I know both teams want to play fast, but certainly with the way you said it earlier, the style of game has favored the Bearcats so far tonight.
See if Conwell stays hot. He just went back in the game.
Creasa inbounding for Cincinnati. 20 on the shot clock. Quick trigger 3. Celestine, no good. Short on the right side. It's going the other way, out of bounds. Cincinnati, for how poorly they shoot the 3 ball, 4 of 20 tonight and 29% on the year. They are confident. They get them up quickly. Conwell across midcourt for the Cards. The pass almost deflected by Harris. Brown had to fight for it. Back to Conwell. He gives it up. Frew on the roll and 1. Sananda.
Nice pass by Conwell. Comes over and high-fives his coach because that's what they told him when he and Frew went back in. They said, look for that. It's going to be there. And it was. He came off the screen, froze the big man defender who was coming to hedge, and Frew went right to the basket, and Conwell delivered it.
Through this second half, 5 points, 2 rebounds in 3 minutes.
Did you say 5 points?
5 points this second half.
He's got 7 this half.
Well, that must have been before it updated. Yeah, 7 points for Frew this half. You're right.
I'm sorry, Frew. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Conwell. My bad. I just got to shut up and let you do your job.
Celestine gets it in. Chom, post up,
He's a good
right
player.
hook. It's good.
That kid's a good player. He has got a beautiful soft touch in that mid to close range. Jump hooks.
Transferred in from Central Florida, more known as a rim protector. As Louisville with the basketball. Conwell, 16 on the shot clock. Left wing, takes it into the foul line. Pull up Jay, good. 17 for Ryan.
He's having a second half.
Abayev bullies his way down on McNeely. Too strong. Frew a big boy rebound.
Boy, McNeely battled him there. He really defended him.
McNeely has yet to hit a shot tonight for Louisville. Here's Conwell working on Abayev. He had it on the left baseline. Now McNeely drives. He's fouled, and are we going to have goaltending? No.
No, they're not going to. They didn't give him the shot. They're going to say it's before the shot.
I think the argument for Louisville staff is that if they counted the continuation earlier, they should have counted that one, but they won't this time around. It'll be Louisville basketball.
Right? Celestine on the foul, I think.
It is on Celestine. His first.
That's tough. Borderline.
4-point lead for Louisville. Pat Kelsey at Louisville, I don't know what's going on
They're
here
trying
on the
to make
bench.
a
The
sub.
subs are all out of whack.
Well, they've only got four on the floor right now, which is good in your car, but do they use that term anymore?
I think they're actually wiping off some blood off the jersey of Michael Brown right now in front of the Louisville bench. It is a 44-40 lead for Louisville. They trailed by 4 at halftime. They've outscored Cincinnati 16-8 in this second half. Cards basketball, 13 minutes to play. Conwell, quick trigger left corner three. Too strong. Hadley, though, the rebound on the right block. He spins, goes underneath the basket. No dribble now, and blocked by Chom, who stares him down.
Well, he's looking for his teammates because they work on that. When you get an offensive rebound, there's supposed to be guys sprinting to spots. And he looked, and there were a couple of spots that, at least one, that he was looking at. There was nobody there.
13 on the shot clock for Louisville. Brown inbounding at the same spot. Gets it in low to Frew. He almost kicked it out of bounds. Frew's double teamed. They're fighting for the ball on the baseline. And it's staying here because Carissa was touching it while he was out of bounds.
No, only 8 on the shot clock now. This is a dangerous play here because you can take a quick shot, a miss, and off they go to the races. Or you can wind up with a good quick hitter here and extend this lead from 4 to 6.
These inbounds, sorry to interrupt, these inbounds over Baba are tough.
Well, watch the guys off the ball. They're beating the snot out of each other.
So Brown trying to get over the 7-footer, and Miller again. Yeah, you're right. They're trying to get it into Frew, and he has to fight over contact from Thomas to get it. 5 on the shot clock for Louisville as Brown airballs a 3 on the right corner. Miller over to Thomas in the left corner for Cincinnati. They go post up Chom. Faces up with Frew. He kicks it back out to the left wing. Now Carissa, deep center 3. Got it.
Finally made one. He missed a couple early. It's his first points of the night.
He can shoot it, the 6th year. It's like Kirk Carissa's been in college forever. Spent time at Arizona, West Virginia, and a foul on Frew. He was knocked over by Harris as he handed the ball off to Brown. And Pat Kelsey hands palms up in the air. Doesn't know what to say. He stuck his butt out. Frew, they're saying, did. And now Frew with 3 fouls, Bob, is going to have to take a seat. Boy, that's killer.
Well, they had a chance. They were up 4 with momentum and the ball. Since the momentum could really be seized there. Now they could go down. Oh,
Cincinnati
nice
basketball turned it over. Brown with the pickpocket. Hit. He goes coast to coast. He's fouled by Chom. Misses the layup.
Great steal, though, by McHale. He got in the passing lane and just caught it like the pass was intended for him, and then he was off to the races and took the big guy and drew the foul.
Trying to go coast to coast, almost like a pick 6.
Yeah, it was. But he did well to draw the foul on Chom because he'd given away so much height. Chom easily could have gotten a clean block, but he put it up reverse with his left hand and drew the contact.
And we're starting to get into foul trouble territory for both teams. Brown swishes through the first free throw, 45-43 Cards, 12 minutes to play. Chom and Carissa both with 3 fouls for Cincinnati, and they're both on the floor. In and out on the second.
It's his first point of the second half, Mikhail.
11 points for Brown, 2 of 10 shooting, 6 of 8 from the line. Under 12 to play. Chom dribbling left wing, guarded by Khalifa, picks it up now. Over to Harris, they'll reset with Miller, 12 on the shot clock. Crossover on Hadley, drive, straight line, and knocked out of bounds by Woolley as he tried to get it over to Chom. That'll bring us to the under 12 timeout. Louisville 45, Cincinnati 43. We've got a good one here inside Heritage Bank Center. Don't go anywhere. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
Blue Oval SK is proud to be part of the Kentucky community. We're not just here for today. We're investing in the Commonwealth for the long haul, bringing new opportunities and advanced battery technology to the region. We're building more than just batteries. We're building a stronger future for Kentucky, a future powered by innovation and driven by our commitment to this community. Discover more about Blue Oval SK and our vision for the future at blueovalsk.com/Kentucky.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Kroger, we know these moments matter. And we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Cards fans, playing in the ACC takes grit and determination with a reliable team backing you up. Same goes for your trash service. That's why so many rely on Rumpke Waste and Recycling. We've been in the game for more than 90 years, and our playbook is all about dependable service. Need an open-top dumpster for a job site? A container for your business? Trash and recycling service at your home? There's only one team, Rumpke. Learn more and start service today at rumpke.com. Rumpke, waste and recycling done right.
When the Cards win, you win with half-off pizza from Papa John's. The day after a Louisville men's or women's basketball victory, you get 50% off any pizza at the regular menu price. Use code CARDSWIN to redeem at participating Louisville area Papa John's locations. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Louisville and Cincinnati in an epic defensive battle here. The 101st meeting between the two programs. 45-43, 2-point lead for the Cards. They've outscored the Bearcats 17-11 here this second half, coming out of the under 12, 11:45 to go here. William McDermott alongside Bob Valvano in downtown Cincinnati. Louisville hasn't been tested like this defensively, even in that game against Kentucky. Kentucky made a run, and it was a shootout. Cards basically had to outscore the Wildcats. It's a different story this time around in a bit of a slugfest between the two schools. Cards, they're led by Ryan Conwell, who has 17 points, 3 made threes in 24 minutes. And on the side of Cincinnati, Day Thomas has 10 points, 3 of 10 shooting. Michael Brown Jr. also adding 11 for Louisville so far tonight. Just 1 point in this second half off of that free throw you heard before the break. He is 6 of 8 from the foul line, but is relatively triggled. 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc for Michael. Cards as a team, they're just shooting at 32% from the field, 24% from beyond the arc, although they have made 14 free throws, and that's a big reason why the Cards are leading by 2. In the rebounding department, Cincinnati still has the 3-board advantage, although 7 offensive rebounds for Louisville, 2 second chance points. They've done a better job on the offensive glass this half. 8 turnovers also for Cincinnati. Louisville has scored 10 points off of those turnovers.
You know, they really haven't had a game like this all year. That's the thing. I was wondering how they would react when they had a real, back and forth, nail-biting kind of game. It's been that kind of game. Louisville's biggest lead was 4. Cincinnati's was 11 at one point, but Louisville came storming back.
Yeah, Cards have only led for just under 7 minutes. Creasa inbounding for Cincinnati, 8 on the shot clock. Gets it in Thomas left corner, shot fake. His floater is no good, and Chom tracks down the rebound for Cincinnati, and he is fouled by Khalifa on a dunk attempt. He slipped. Creasa with the pass. Dunk no good. Will go to the line, though.
Getting hurt on the offensive, or their defensive glass, Louisville is. Not getting bodies on guys.
Khalifa on the floor. That's his 3rd foul, so both centers for Louisville. Sananda Fruit and Khalifa both have 3 fouls as Chom short on the first free throw, and we still have 11:30 to go. Chom, second most blocks in UCF history a year ago with 88. He's only shooting 45% from the foul line as he makes both, and Pryor grabs the rebound for Louisville.
Wow. That looks like a turnover when you miss 2.
So 2 misses there for Chom. Chom has 8 points on the night. Here's Brown in Louisville. Guarded by Harris, Big 12 all-defensive a year ago. Conwell, deep left 3, got it!
That's out of that timeout. I'm telling you, Pat Kelsey's as good as anybody in the country doing that. 4 threes now for Conwell.
Miller used the off arm to fight off Pryor. Gives it up to Harris. Creasa on the right wing. Miller drives right baseline, fouled.
He's getting the emotion. Pat's pointing to his head, telling him keep your head, because that he was ticked off because he thought he got pushed off on the other play and there was no call. So he drove baseline. Pryor just forearm chopped him. He just took a swing at him.
Now Wes Miller pretty unhappy right now. I think maybe one of the officials called it on the floor.
You want someone to look at it, see if it's a flagrant?
Yeah, actually, they are going to look at it.
Well, he did kind of take a pretty good swing at him. This is where the coaches are allowed to challenge, so I assume he's using his challenge here.
48-43. Miller is actually pretty shaken up over on the Cincinnati bench. He took a hard fall after that prior foul. He's kind of grimacing and grabbing at his back. They are going to look at the foul from Pryor.
Well, you know, he's really got to harness the emotion because Louisville's up 5 now. That's their biggest lead, isn't it? I think it is, right?
It is.
So they have the chance at some momentum. Now, if they call this a flagrant, they're going to get free throws and the ball. The whole lead could disappear in one fell swoop. We don't have a monitor here, so we can't watch what the officials are looking at.
And they've been showing the ESPN feed of the television broadcast up here on the Jumbotron, but Bob and I are basically breaking our necks trying to look at the score every 5 seconds right above us. It is 48-43, though. Louisville leading Cincinnati. And Bob, I mean, in terms of the way this game started, the Cards have really come out strong this second half. They've beaten, since the break, Cincinnati 20-11, and I don't think we're going to have anything of the flagrant foul or whatever they thought over there could have happened.
No, your point's well taken. Louisville was trailing in shooting percentage 37-25 at the half.
Yeah, I mean,
second half, Louisville shooting 43-30 shooting percentage. So it's just going to be a 1-and-1, I assume, for Miller.
So Miller at the foul line for Cincinnati, down 5. 7 points for Baba. Florida Atlantic transfer. Spent 2 years at FSU. Does make the first, very versatile player. Excellent defender, excellent rebounder.
Handles the ball fairly well.
He does. He's done that a lot today. 6 double-doubles at FAU last year. Well on his way to already having 4 this season. Has 3 through the first 4 games as Miller makes the free throw. So 48-45, Cards lead it by 3, under 11 minutes to go here. Conwell across the timeline for Louisville. Brown has it, dancing with Harris over Conwell, left wing. Khalifa, top of the key, handoff. Brown thought about the 3, now steps back. No good, he has struggled to shoot it. Woolley, though, an offensive rebound. Miller is hurt, looks like he rolled his ankle, and Woolley puts it up and in.
Woolley is a tough little son of a gun, I'll tell you what. Yeah, Miller definitely got hurt.
And that's why we're having another stoppage.
He got hit holding his side.
Remember that hard foul from Pryor. He was pretty shaken up, almost grabbing his back or side. And he's limping. He's coming off the floor here with help.
I don't know why he'd limp if it's his side, though. I mean, that seems kind of odd. He was holding it like he got hit in the ribs.
But
well, that certainly is a blow for them. He's their leading scorer at just under 16 a game. And he's going to head out, at least for a bit.
More full court pressure from Louisville. Cincinnati basketball down 5 to the Cards. 10 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in Cincinnati. Harris has it straight away. Creasa thought about the left side 3. They reverse the basketball. Back Harris, top of the key, guarded by Conwell. 10 on the shot clock for Harris. Little shake, gets into the lane, puts it up with his right hand. That's no good. Roots the rebound.
Louisville's defense much tighter here in this second half. Look out for Ryan. He's looking to go.
He's been running the show. 20 points for Conwell. Used to playing against Cincinnati.
It's a good call.
And we've got a foul as Khalifa with the basketball was grabbing Brown. Or no, it was Day-Day Thomas grabbing Brown. He was trying to get away and get open for a pass from Khalifa. Brown subbed out as well as Conwell.
Ken looks out of sorts a little bit tonight, doesn't he? He does to me. He's made a bunch of free throws. Well, he's been horrible, but he just doesn't look like he's had that same bounce.
Just 11 points, 2 of 11. 4 assists, 3 turnovers. Kobe Rogers checks in for him. He's handling the basketball, and he just turned it over. Kirk Risa picks it up for Cincinnati. McKinley has it at the left elbow. Takes it down to the right block. No dribble. They back it out with 20 seconds on the timer. Abayev over to Chum, and Rogers pokes it free from the 7'2" center.
That's what you do, William. You make a mistake, you come back and make the next play.
And Woolley turns it over, even though he looked like he had a three. He threw it to you, Bob.
Actually threw it to Kelsey. Kelsey was more open than I was.
Because we've got this scores table in front of us.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have thrown it to either one of us, though.
Still a 5-point lead.
Oh, that's a big opportunity there.
2 steps forward, 1 step back for Louisville tonight. Thomas double drag screen. They trap it at the center logo. He finally gets rid of it. Thomas does. Back with it now, though, top of the key. Spins, gets it into the corner for Krisa. Krisa turns it over. Through dribbling with it across the timeline for Louisville. McNeely back to Roots. Thought about the top of the key open 3. He drives and lays it in.
Yeah, they got all sorts of momentum right now. They got to just put this thing away in the next 4 minutes.
A timeout called by Wes Miller. We're going to take one with them. Louisville leads at 52-45 over the Bearcats. 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go here. This is Louisville Cardinals basketball from Learfield.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check with your wife first, before hanging your framed jerseys in the living room.
So what do you think?
Wow, all of your sports jerseys in the living room now.
Cool, right?
Did you try the basement?
What?
Let's try the basement.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down, yeah, yeah. Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down, yeah, yeah. Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down, yeah, yeah. Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down. Ooh.
Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Put your phone down.
Paid with funds to the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
I am cancer-free thanks to the power of U of L Health Brown Cancer Center.
The power of early detection.
The power of clinical trials only found here. The power of holistic care.
The power of second opinions. The power of academic research.
And the power of expert care close to home. That's the power we need.
To learn more and find a Brown Cancer Center location near you, visit uoflhealth.org.
52-45 lead for the Cardinals. 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go here. Coming off that timeout from Cincinnati, William McDermott and Bobby V. And Bob, that was a great play by Kenai Roots before the Cincinnati timeout. Had the open 3, but instead he put it on the deck and took it to the cup, and that was only his second shot attempt.
Yeah, he's really playing with maturity. And Kelsey talks about that, how he's, it sounds cliched, but it's true. It's just he's all about team first. He had that one big scoring game this year. That's what the game called for, and then this game has called for him to just be patient. 1 for 2. He has 4 rebounds though. He's tied for the team lead in rebounding, and that was he was open. He could sense somebody was going to run at him. He waited for them to run at him, and then just put it to the deck. Went to his strong right hand and took it to the goal and finished.
Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. Conwell has led all scorers tonight for Louisville. 20 points, 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. And we heard a little bit of Wes Miller on the pregame, but him this week, he was talking that Conwell was one of the hardest guys for them to prepare for when Cincinnati played Xavier a season ago. And there's so many options now in Louisville's backcourt to prepare for. Wes Miller was basically like, if you prepare for one guy, the other guy's going to kill you. And that's kind of what's happened tonight with the struggles of Brown and the great game from Conwell.
Well, as you talk about Thomas, a good defender, he's done well on McHale. But when that happens, Conwell's really stepped up in the second half. Really beautiful second half for them. And Louisville's defense in the second half has been great, holding Cincinnati to 26% shooting, 16% three-point shooting, and getting to the line. We talked about that advantage for Louisville. They have 14 made free throws. Cincinnati only has 8. That's been a big story as well.
Pressure from Louisville out of the Cincinnati timeout. Cards lead it 52-45. Under 9 minutes to play. Carissa, right to left on your radio dial. Cincinnati wearing their black jerseys tonight. Here's Abayev guarded by McNeely. Over to Kinley, back to Abayev. Roots on him on the right wing. 7 to shoot. They get it down to Chom, who's in the right corner. 3 on the shot clock for Abayev. Falls, and that 3 hits the backboard. Rogers fell in transition. Frew is fouled on the other end. Cards going quickly.
You see them, Cincinnati's a little bit pouty as their offense has stagnated, and Louisville doing what they do. Oh, now Kelsey says, I think he was mad about the protest before. Now Kelsey wants a challenge, saying, is it a flagrant? They're hitting the head. Gonna make the whoopee signal. We're looking for the whoopee signal. Here it is.
Everybody's doing it. Yeah. And there we go.
Signal.
Ron Groover gives it, and we'll go to the monitor once more.
It's not going to be, by the way.
So they will review this. It was Frew on the attack to the basket on the hard foul. Rogers actually fell down behind the play. He was knocked down by Abayev. I thought that's what the initial whistle was blown for, but they got the ball up the floor quickly. And Bob, I mean, they haven't shot the ball well tonight, I get it, but in terms of energy, this has been a different level from Louisville since halftime.
We're going to get a replay here. There goes
we'll
through.
See a replay.
Oh, well, you know what? I spoke too soon.
So it's McKinley who kind of comes in with the right arm.
Swipe and hits
there's
him right
a wind
in the
up
head.
too, which is one of the criteria that they kind of talk about. They're already done looking at it. And by the way, Baba Miller for Cincinnati just came back out of the locker room in uniform.
You know, this, if you remember, I don't know how many years ago it was, but they put this in to try, it didn't have to do with intent. It wasn't about deliberately hitting him in the head. It was just you have to try and avoid hitting the player in the head. Oh, they did not call it.
No, they're keeping it a common foul.
They've gotten away from that a bit, though. I remember when the concussion protocol was really old, a hot topic. They were like, well, it doesn't matter if you did it on purpose. Your job is to avoid hitting him in the head. They definitely smacked him right in the melon there.
So the foul is on Tyler McKinley, the 6'9" forward out of Cincinnati here, is through at the line.
We'll see if I jinx him or not, but he is a good free throw shooter for a guy his size. He's got
Makes
a nice
the first.
rotation on the ball.
Second shot is up and netted through. Largest lead of the game for Louisville. It's 9, 54-45 Cards. 8 minutes to play here in Cincinnati. Bearcats with the basketball. Carissa with Woolley way out on him on the right wing. They give it up to Abayev straight away. 13 on the shot clock. Abayev goes left side on McNeely. His left-handed shot no good. Rebound fought for in the right corner. It's out of bounds. Louisville basketball. I think it actually hit off the official over there, which is why it was out of bounds after coming back in play. So a 45-54 ball game. Cards lead it by 9, 7 minutes, 52 seconds to play. Bob's going to check on some scores when we come back. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
The Galt House Hotel is ready to be your legendary Louisville destination. We have your answer to that long overdue date night or reunion with friends. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner in Walker's Exchange, dinner with waterfront views at Swizzle, or happy hours before the big game at Down One Bourbon Bar. Your visit will be nothing short of legendary at the Galt House Hotel, the official hotel partner of the Louisville Cardinals.
Toyotathon is on, and there's no better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota, like the best-selling Toyota Camry. Now through December 1st, get 4.75 APR financing on remaining new 25 Camrys. Or lease a new 26 Camry LE for $269 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Sarah. She loves her motorcycle. What she doesn't love is when it suddenly rains. As she sits underneath a bridge waiting for it to stop, she grows quite fond of the graffiti on the overpass. She really likes the one with John Hart's Claire and wonders if they're still together. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back. Get an online quote in as little as 3 minutes and see if you can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
54-45, Louisville over Cincinnati. Bob, how about you check up on some scores from around the country?
A lot of ACC teams in action today. We've got some finals and we've got some still going on. One that's still going on is a barn burner. Clemson and West Virginia, 66-63. Clemson leads West Virginia with 1:10 to go in that one. That's in the Palmetto bracket in the Charleston Shriners Children's Classic. Duke is all over Niagara, 68-27. I'm pretty certain they'll make it to the finish line in front in that one. Memphis and Wake in a good one. 14 minutes to go in the game there. Memphis leads Wake 40-39. That's in the Baha Mar Championship consolation bracket. Davidson took care of Boston College earlier, 59-49. That's in Charleston as well. UVA won 83-78. Earlier, that's a final. Florida State beat Georgia Southern 98-72. That's a final as well. SMU will take on Arkansas State. That's going on in about a half hour. And Stanford is taking on Seattle in about a half hour as well. Those games, and one more late game. Cal taking on Sacramento. I think that's Sacramento. They're 4-1 Cal. And that'll be at 10 o'clock Eastern time tip in that one.
That's our Clark & Riggs scoreboard update. Clark & Riggs scoreboard update is brought to you by Clark & Riggs, providing you business solution for over 20 years. Visit Clark & Riggs at morethanaprinter.com. Louisville basketball is also brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com. Cards lead it 54-45 here over Cincinnati at the Heritage Bank Center in downtown Cincy. Louisville's outscored Cincinnati 26-13 this second half. They trailed by 4 at the break. Cards with the basketball left to right. Brown, Conwell, McNeely, Frew, and Roots on the floor for Louisville. Brown does give it up to Roots on the left wing. Now Frew straight away over to Conwell, right arc. They look for Brown, left side. Thought about the three. Thomas is guarding him. McNeely coming off the screen. Left side three, no good, short. Thomas the rebound for Cincy. Abayev quickly, Krisa left corner three, got it.
That's just what you didn't want to see out of a timeout. You run a set play for your three-point shooter who hasn't made one all day, misses, and they come back and make a three right in the grill.
Good dump off by Abayev there on the dribble drive. 54-48. Frew inside off the pass from Brown. Boy, Frew has been nifty. 11 points for Sananda, 4 boards.
And he's got 9 of those 11 in the second half. He's had a big second half.
Under 7 minutes to play. Abayev over to Thomas, deep left arc. Chom fakes the handoff. Top of the key with 10. Handoff, Krisa pulls up left side three. No good. It was on line, but short. Pat Kelsey waving the Cards forward, up 8. Brown back to Frew. Doesn't want to shoot the open three. Hands it off to McNeely. Gets to the left elbow, and he traveled.
Rough night for McNeely today. He's got 3 points, the first 3 points of the game when he was fouled on a three-point shot, and he hasn't scored since, and he's had a rough floor game, although he's still working defensively. That's what you get a veteran player, you know. William, the shot's not going in. You still do your job at the defensive end.
It has been a dogfight. Louisville's going to need McNeely to be on the floor here these final 6 minutes. Hadley comes to the scores table for Louisville. Cincinnati basketball. 15 on the shot clock. Thomas is on the right arc. And fitting it in. I think it went off McKinley's foot. It did. He tried to get it into Kinley, who was guarded by Frew, and Frew tapped it out of bounds. It went off of Kinley's foot, and Cards basketball.
Big hand for Frew leaving the floor. That was a spirited little stretch for him right there, including forcing that last turnover.
Certainly not the last that we'll see of them. Khalifa comes in for him with 3 fouls. 56-48 Louisville. Khalifa hands it off. Conwell, right side, step back, trigger three. Got it! Ryan Conwell, 23. Thomas the other way for Cincinnati. Bumps off Brown. Layup won't fall. Khalifa snatches the board. Conwell. And an offensive foul right in front of us. Carissa hits the deck. They say Conwell pushed him.
It's pretty good. I hate to say it. Louisville fans are going to get mad at me, but it's pretty good. That was a pretty good defensive play by Carissa. He was there. I think that was a good call, I'm sorry to say. I think it was a little bit lucky. I think it was one of those things where he was reacting to the second fake of Conwell. I mean, the first fake, and it was the second fake that knocked him over. So it was awkward looking, but I thought it was a good call.
Nevertheless, it's still an 11-point lead for Louisville. Carissa, baseline pass. They kick it around. Celestine, top of the key, 3, got it.
They're not going away. This team is gritty.
A dogfight here in Cincinnati. 5 minutes to go. Cards up 8. Brown one-on-one, fouled right side. He was driving on Thomas, and Pat Kelsey may have gotten his wish there.
That's going to be 1-1 now. They're calling it on the pass.
Cincinnati not going away, like you said, Bob. They just have one in double figures, and that's Thomas. But other than that, they have gotten contributions basically from everyone who's played. Even Tillery, who's only played 8 minutes, he's got a pair of rebounds and an assist.
Yeah, no, they're a gritty team. There's no question.
Brown makes the front end of the 1-and-1. By the way, with the Cardinal Charity Stripe program, each point this season, or each free throw this season, means another donation by our partners, Sam Aguiar, Injury Lawyers, Fee, Venture Logistics Corp, 7 Brew Coffee, and Oasis Solutions. The Cardinal Charity Stripe gives back 1 free throw at a time. Both switch through from Brown. 10-point lead for Louisville, 5:10 to go. Thomas, guarded by Brown, gets into the paint, finds a cutting Harris, who dunks it. Off the right side, Sincere Harris heads up play. Lead is now 8 for Louisville. Khalifa looks in for Hadley, who loses his out of bounds. It's poked out. It's going to stay here.
Hadley still looking for his first point of the game. 11-point a game scorer.
Did exit in the first half with appeared to be a head injury, but he did return. I think Wes Miller's going to challenge this. Yeah, he is. He thought this should have been Cincinnati basketball. And Wes Miller going to use the coach's challenge. So it's a new rule.
I thought he challenged already. Didn't he challenge the other one?
I think that was just an official review on the hard foul on the prior one. So, or at least Wes Miller did just basically call the timeout for them to come over here and review it.
But yes, you're right. The challenge rule, which I like. But I thought he'd already used it. I guess not.
Gives teams a chance to kind of correct one from the officials over the course of the game, and also gives your team a timeout. You do not win the challenge, you do lose a timeout. So Cincinnati here, if Wes Miller were to lose the challenge, they would only have 1 timeout.
Here's
remaining.
the replay. It's knocked out of his hands. No, that's low.
I mean, it's pretty clear Thomas knocks it out of Hadley's hands and out of bounds.
4:52, I guess you roll the dice and maybe get lucky. But I think that'll be Louisville ball.
Pivotal moment also in this game for Cincinnati, down 8 points, and Cards have been the better team this second half. But if Cincinnati has one more punch, it's going to come after this break. They have not gone away. Louisville led by as many as 11 just a minute ago. And pretty quick review.
Well, you know, you're getting a timeout anyway. I mean, that's the way you look at it. You must have a timeout to challenge the call. So he used it. And the challenge was, I think, unsuccessful, so he gets charged a timeout. And now he got a timeout out of the deal. He used one of his 30-second timeouts, and he got about a 2-minute timeout in there because he was drawing things up. He was going over all sorts of stuff.
William McDermott, Bob Valvano. Here courtside at Heritage Bank Center. Cards last played here in 2008. 77-68 win for Louisville over Ole Miss. Kelly Dickey gave us that stat.
Well, let's see what Pat Kelsey drew up. He had a lot of time in his huddle as well. He loves these kind of things.
Now Brown will inbound for Louisville. 21 on the shot clock. Gets it in quickly to Khalifa, who turns around as...
Double foul. Uh-oh, who's the arrow?
I believe it's Cincinnati basketball. It's a double foul, unless it's just gonna...
No, it's a double foul. Nope.
It must have been.
Oh, so they're just going to resume play from where it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Hadley got one. I don't know who the Cincinnati one was.
Celestine picks up the other for Cincy. Hadley working on Celestine. Big bodies him down low, though. And his shot no good. Off on the right side. Hit just the backboard.
Tough call there. He hasn't scored all day.
Abayev gets inside and a scoop left-handed layup shot. That's good. Just no resistance on the ball from Louisville. He took it right to the basket. And it's just a 6-point lead for the Cards. Khalifa on the right elbow and another.
Dumb plays right now. Back-to-back foolish plays.
Harris has gotten that call twice tonight for Cincinnati.
I don't know about the first one. I didn't really see it. That was a good call. Khalifa just spun and threw his butt into him as he went by. He's trying so desperately to find that backdoor pass. You know, just be patient, run your stuff. They just gave away 2 possessions. They were very foolish plays.
Cincinnati 3 of their last 3 from the field. That's the 4th foul on Khalifa. He sits, Frew comes in. 20 on the shot clock for Thomas on the right wing. Uses the screen from McKinley, gives it up to him on the right block. Hadley's on him. Now Thomas, right corner 3. No good. Rebound Wooley.
Great block out. They had 3 guys with their men right in their hip pocket.
Under 4 to play. Brown, pull up 3. Got it! Deep right side.
Wow, McHale. That's what players do. They make plays late. That was ginormous.
64-55, and Brown deflects it. Conwell up ahead. Brown breakaway jam.
Players make plays, William.
5 straight points for Michael. He's got 18. Thomas, though, is fouled by Brown. Tried to drive left and too much body. But Louisville goes into the under 4 timeout with an 11-point lead. Cards 4 of the last 5 from the field. We've got a good one inside Heritage Bank Center. 66-55 Cards, 3:25 to play. Don't go anywhere. This is Cardinal basketball from Learfield.
The year-end clearance sale is going on now at your local Honda dealer. Honda cars, SUVs, and trucks are on clearance during Happy Honda Days. Save thousands on the new Honda today with 0.99% financing. 2025 Accords, Pilots, and Ridgelines are on clearance. Plus, see big savings on the full Honda line, like financing as low as 0.99% APR on the new 2025 Ridgeline. Don't miss Happy Honda Days. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 1/5/26.
Cards fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is the official beer sponsor of the Louisville Cardinals, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Hurt in the car? Call Sam Aguiar.
I'm attorney Sam Aguiar. At Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers, there's a lot that makes us different. Everything we do is designed to take incredible care of our clients. We work fast, constantly pressuring insurance companies. Our clients hear from us. It's not the other way around. We have the bigger share guarantee, so you always get more than us. At the end of the day, our process ensures you receive the top compensation you deserve. So if you've been in an accident, give us a call. 502-888-8888.
Congratulations.
66-55 out of the break. Louisville leading here at Heritage Bank Center. 3:25 left to play. William McDermott and Bob Albano with you tonight, as Cards have played quite the basketball game. They did not start the game well shooting-wise. I think, Bob, they missed their first 9 from the field, but since Louisville has started to put it together, and in this second half, Cards 54% from the field.
Yeah, and 44% behind the 3. That's just been a big part of it, but their defense has been sterling after the intermission as well. Day Thomas, who had 10 points at the half, scoreless after the intermission. They've done a pretty good job defensively. They've done a better job on the backboard. They've gotten the rebounding battle even now, 36 each. And they have scored 17 points off turnovers, Cincinnati with just 7. So that's been all the things we talked about at the start of the game that they weren't doing, and now they've done all those things in the second half very, very well. By the way, it's a final Clemson. You know, you start looking at those things, these interconference matchups. You want the ACC to win all of them because it helps them. Clemson beats West Virginia.
Wake Forest taking Texas Tech down last night to the final possession. Demon Deacons couldn't get it done, but that's 2 games now. Wake Forest this year under Steve Forbes has been close against a top-ranked team. They took Michigan to overtime earlier in the year. If you're on the go and want to stay connected to live college sports, download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever. Go listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app. Thomas at the foul line. 2 shots after the foul away from the basket on Michael Brown Jr.
It should be 2. It's 10 fouls.
Yeah, they're saying it's...
No, it's 2. He just signaled it.
Okay, yeah. Some confusion here between the scores table and the officials. But Thomas is at the line. You said it, Bobby. He's scoreless this half, although he did have 10 in the first half, and has played some pretty hard-nosed defense for Cincinnati as well. First one he knocks through. Now, Thomas started his career at Kilgore College. It's a junior community college, and 6'1" graduate student, makes the second free throw out of Bishopville, South Carolina. Started the final 15 games of last season for the Bearcats. Shot 40% from beyond the arc. Louisville breaking this press. They get it across the timeline. Cards up 9, 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Conwell has it about 30 feet, gives it up to Hadley. Now Brown dancing with the basketball on Harris. Top of the key, wants to take him in isolation. Gives it up to Frew, back to Brown, over to Hadley. What beautiful ball movement by Louisville as Hadley lays it in.
That was the best ball movement they've had all night.
3 quick passes. Chum tries a 3, that's rare, and misses. That was straight away and early in the shot clock.
Yeah, they're running out of time.
Under 3 minutes to play. Wes Miller's down on one knee. Michael Brown Jr. dribbling with the basketball out near the timeline. Gives it up to Hadley on the left wing. Frew straight away over to Woolley. Right arc, Woolley left-handed dribble, calling for the Frew screen. 6 on the shot clock, 5 for Brown, 4, Brown deep left side, 3, no good, couldn't get the roll. Conwell offensive rebound, another offensive rebound after the missed shot, and they'll reset with Brown.
So smart. What aggressive play by Conwell. Got the first offensive rebound, missed, got his own rebound, and then had the good presence of mind to throw it out.
7 seconds for Brown, guarded by Thomas. 5 for Brown, crossover, contested deep 3, no good. And the rebound from Hadley underneath, also no good. He left it short. Harris the other way, full head of steam, right side layup that went in.
Don't get careless here. I mean, there's still time. It's only 3 possessions.
3 timeouts for Louisville, under 2 minutes to play. 9-point lead for the Cards. Most of who's in here on their feet. Brown taking his time. High dribble. 10 on the shot clock straight away. Brown takes it left side. Foul. Doesn't score, but he'll head to the line. Thomas got him on the arm. He comes and waves, Bob.
Well, he's come to life when he made that three and then got the steal and the dunk. Now he looks like a different man. He is rejuvenated.
At that, all within basically 15 seconds, a three, a steal, and a big-time dunk that really propelled Louisville to its now 9-point advantage. Brown trying to put the Cards across the finish line, making the first free throw. He's still got 19 points, Bob, and 6 assists. For how rough of a start he had. It's the 9 of 11 from the foul line, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal. This kid just makes winning plays.
Players make plays late.
Brown caught them both. 20 for Michael. Rogers will come in, a defensive sub for Louisville as Brown exits. 11-point lead for the Cards, 70-59. The fans here can feel it. They feel like their 6th-ranked Cards are going to go to 5-0. Here's Thomas. That's a 2 mid-range jumper on the right side, no good. And ball is loose. Cincinnati the offensive rebound. Carissa swings it, and in the left corner, that 3's good from Abaya.
His 3rd three of the night. Now it's down to 8 points.
Yeah, 12 points for Abayev on 4 field goals. 55 seconds, and wisely, I think Pat Kelsey and Kobe Rogers going to use one of their 3 timeouts here.
Well, largely to get McHale back in because he wants his best free throw shooters on the floor.
When you have the guards that Louisville has, Bob, it is hard to game plan. 43 combined points between Brown and Conwell so far tonight. I know they got off to a rough start, but they've also combined for 8 assists and just 4 turnovers. I mean, if those are the guys that are your primary ball handlers, I think you're in pretty good shape.
Well, and keep in mind, you said it earlier, it just comes, you said it about McHale, but kind of collectively they come in waves. Louisville only scored 28 points in the first half, and they're going to wind up with, 72? Probably, they'll probably have a couple of free throws here. That's they just come at you all of a sudden like they did in the second half, and all of a sudden you look up and you're down double digits.
Compare the shooting in the first half in the second half. By the way, Louisville, the first team against Cincinnati this season to put up 65-plus points, but in that first half, Louisville just 26% from the field. In this second half, 48% for the Cards. Also added 8 assists on the 14 made field goals this half.
It was in some ways not very pretty, but it was gritty. How about that? There you go. It's a little post-game poem there. But I think
a couple of good little rhymes,
just
little jabs here and there tonight.
That'll be our new thing at the end of games.
Yeah.
Well, Paul Rogers will love that when he comes back if we're doing rhymes. But listen, it was a difficult place here it's not really on the road, but it is. And Cincinnati certainly had a lot of fans here. Louisville gutted it out. It's not over. I shouldn't get ahead of myself here, but it looks like they're going to get to the finish line.
So 52 seconds for Cincinnati as they trail by 8.
I think somebody's going to foul here.
Louisville's at the line for 2 shots the rest of the way. They get it in, but they turn it over. Brown tried to get it over to McNeely in this right corner, and he just spiked it off the ground and out of bounds.
I shouldn't have got ahead of myself. They just ran. Good job by Cincinnati. They ran at McHale. Roll the dice and see if you can make him do something foolish. They doubled him. He jumped in the air and he threw it at McNeely's feet. McNeely couldn't catch it. Make him pick it up. There you go.
Starters on the floor for Louisville. Thomas behind the back gets into the lane. Abayev left corner 3. No good. That would have been big if he made it. And now Louisville with 40 seconds and a foul on Brown from Kirk. Carissa is in the driver's seat.
That was a few moment because that goes in. Now it's 5 and it's still 40 some odd seconds to go. But they got the rebound and one of their best free throw shooters will go to the line for the double bonus.
Not to give a reason for Louisville starting slow, but it had been 6 days in between games. They last played Ohio on Saturday, 106-81 win for the Cards as Brown puts in the first free throw. 71-62 Louisville now.
That's his 13th attempted free throw. He's made 11 of 13.
But could be a reason for the slow start. The extended period between games, also an interesting venue, a different venue here as Brown makes both free throws. 21 points now for the freshman. But Cards are finishing strong, and that's what matters. Here's Kriisa with 34 seconds. Over to Cham, a couple dribbles. Thomas takes it into the lane, gives it up to Cham for the jam. As Wes Miller going to want to use a timeout. There's 27.9 on the clock as his team trails by 8. That's the final timeout for Cincinnati.
Now, this is important, I think, that Louisville look composed and organized. This is the first game they've had a close end of game. I mean, all the other games pretty much were over. They can say this is over, but you want it to just look like you're organized. Who's taking the ball out of bounds? That last play, they knew what they were trying to do. He just threw a pass at McNeely's feet, and so he couldn't handle it and went out of bounds. But you just want to look like you're very composed down the stretch. The ball goes in the hands of the guys you want. They get fouled, they make free throws, and you go to the locker room running through the tape, as the high school track coaches used to say, instead of staggering across the finish line. So you'll be back at it again Monday, huh?
We'll be back at it again on Monday. Eastern Michigan coming into town. Be a busy week next week also, because they play on Wednesday night.
I know.
9 p.m. against NCAAF.
Crazy.
No Hoops Fest or Feast Week tournament for the Cards this year. You got to go down to Atlantis last year.
Much to the dismay of
my
wife. She's like, where are we going this year? I said, they don't go every year. What do you mean? Are we going to the Bahamas or Vegas or somewhere? No, not this year. Going to California for New Year's.
Yeah.
I'll look forward to that. I've never done a game at Stanford. I've done one at Cal, but never at Stanford.
Cards travel out for the West Coast road trip. Cal and Stanford visited Louisville at the end of the season last year, so Louisville will return the favor and start conference play out west against Stanford and California to start the new year at the start of ACC play at the end of December. So Cards inbounding it, 26 seconds. Remember, it's an 8-point lead for Louisville, and Conwell is fouled in the front court.
Tillery, I think, and it's his first. And Conwell is a fine free throw shooter. He's taken 2 tonight. He's made them both.
Ryan Conwell, transfer from Xavier, Indianapolis native, and actually grew up going to Louisville games. I think he has some extended family in Louisville. His dad's from the area. I know his grandfather lived down there, and I believe that's, I think there's a couple photos of him in front of the Young Center with his family. As Conwell off the back of the rim and in on the first free throw.
He's had a pretty good game by and large. He had 8 points in the first half, and second half he just exploded.
3 consecutive 20-point games, Bob, for Conwell. He had 24 against Kentucky, another 20 bomb against Ohio, and 25 tonight, a season high for the senior. Kriisa loses it across the timeline after the made free throw from Conwell, and a turnover. Brown corrals it for the Cards. That's going to do it as Hadley dribbles it out. Cards are going to win this one, 74-64, 10-point win for Louisville. They trailed by 4 at halftime, but a dominant second half. The Cards won the second 20 minutes by a margin of 46-32. And Bob, the Cards are 5-0.
Yeah, I'll tell you, and this is a week or a couple of games where they'll be favored, so they could very well get off to a 7-0 start, and then, boy, then the roller coaster really begins. Conference play, Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee. Who else do you want to put on that schedule?
Arkansas.
How to forget them? Yeah.
It will be a daunting month of December for Louisville, and that's part of the way that Pat Kelsey wanted it, right? They've also got that non-conference against Baylor on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, just a little non-conference breather. Throw that one in there.
Out in February.
It's been fun. They're fun to watch. They play hard. They're well coached, and they earned this one. This was a dogfight here tonight.
But tonight, Louisville wins it by 10, 74-64 over Cincinnati. Bob, any final thoughts before you?
No, I thought it was. Obviously,
Coach?
Every time you win, you got to be happy, of course. But when you get a game like this one after the first 4 games they had, I thought it was very, very significant. It was away from home. Even the Kentucky game. Kentucky's obviously a power conference team, but it wasn't a game like this. That game, they scored 1 million points. They were making everything I looked at. This game, they had 28 points at the half, and they came back and just grinded. I thought that it was very significant that down the stretch they were able to make the plays to get this thing to a 10-point win. So I think this is going to serve them well. This is going to be there's going to be some conference games that are very much like this in all likelihood. That's the way. You're starting to see people as they're getting scouted. They don't let Khalifa throw that pass as much. They're taking things away. How do you make adjustments? That's what a game like this started to show you.
And one final point for me, Bob, before you go and talk with Coach. But, again, the balance from Louisville on a night where they didn't get a lot out of McNeely. They didn't get a lot out of Hadley. They didn't get a lot out of Roots. But in the end, the Cards, they were able to be the victors. And the other guys, and the 3 especially tonight, were Frew, Conwell, and Brown for Louisville that stepped up. I thought Frew, especially in the second half, was tremendous.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. He did a lot of things. 11 points, wound up with 4 rebounds. He had 2 blocks. He was plus 14. I'm a big believer in that plus-minus stat. He had the second highest plus-minus on the team. The leader was a guy you were touting during the game, Adrian Woolley.